In the deadly lands of the city of Ipis, a massive battle was erupting. Countless restless spirits sent both warriors and ordinary people scrambling for their lives. Amidst the chaos, people caught sight of him, Bai Ye. This was the player, Bai Ye, the one who had single-handedly pushed past national boundaries. His very presence proved the massive gap between him and the rest. He truly lived up to his name as the strongest player in the Divine Dragon Empire. Even Zichuan, captain of the Hoangqi squad, a player of real skill, could only keep exclaiming as he watched Bai Ye through his binoculars, realizing based on the current situation that Ipis was on the verge of total collapse. I just can't believe a single person could actually pull this off. The necromancer, Bai Ye. He really is a terrifying monster. Zichuan stared fixedly at the figure hovering high above, his skin crawling with goosebumps. At that moment, Mu Bai was perched atop a dragon, leading his legion of the undead. The more spirits they absorbed, the more power he gained. But even that wasn't enough in this new life he had been granted. He knew he would only keep growing stronger and stronger. Thinking back, Mu Bai once had only a single point of HP left and just 1 year of life remaining. Standing on the edge of death, he never dreamed he would survive, let alone make it this far. Originally, Mu Bai was the top gamer on the blue planet, possessing a fortune in the thousands of billions, only to become a vegetable after a tragic accident. His cursed fate didn't end there, as his own fiancée, Lu Nuyen, pulled the plug on his ventilator, thinking his life was as good as over. Ironically, Mu Bai could still hear every word said around him, though he couldn't move. That was how he discovered his college friend, Trio Hook, was the mastermind who incited Nuyen to pull the plug so they could seize his fortune. Even more shocking, 5 years ago, he was the one who lured her into Mu Bai's bed just waiting for this day. I was also the one who caused the accident that made Mu Bai a vegetable. Mu Bai was so furious he almost went insane. They were lower than animals, and he had foolishly called them family and best friends since their college days, yet he couldn't stop Trio Hook from yanking his life support. The two of them were even shameless enough to fool around right in front of him. Lying on his hospital bed, gasping for breath, Mu Bai felt overwhelming regret for not seeing that this pair of scoundrels had been plotting against him since they first met. He felt utterly helpless. He could only beg the heavens to let him move, rather than leave him lying there waiting for death. But in the end, his consciousness faded away. Just as he took his final breath, a strange portal opened, and every passerby gasped in shock, wondering if this was an alien civilization invading the Earth. Then, a notification was sent to them all. Congratulations, the blue planet has been selected to participate in the Myriad Worlds game. All participants will start from zero, opening a brand new life. The global transmigration will officially begin in 30 seconds. Related game documentation has been saved to each person's brain. Please recollect it yourselves. It was true. Information about the Myriad Worlds game suddenly appeared in the minds of humanity, even though they had never read about it before. People's reactions varied greatly. Some were terrified, while others were excited, wondering what on earth Myriad Worlds actually was. At that moment, Trio Hook and Nuyen, having just finished fooling around, received the notification while still in bed. He couldn't help but curse. What the hell? The blue planet is chosen to join the Myriad Worlds game? I was about to become a billionaire. And now it says we can't bring anything from reality into the game? What the hell is this? Nuyen read the notification over and over. It said that as long as one still had a single breath left, they could step into the game world. She began to worry that Mu Bai might also enter. Trio Hook heard her and let out a cold snort. Don't even mention whether he can hold on for another 30 seconds. In his current state, even if he makes it into the game, he'll just be a total piece of trash. When the 30-second countdown hit 0, humanity was simultaneously teleported into the game, and Mu Bai was no exception. It seemed this was the chance the heavens had granted him. If so, Mu Bai hardened his resolve that in this new world, he could not die, and he absolutely would not give up. The massive teleportation array opened, pulling all of humanity in. Some shrieked in terror, saying they didn't want to play any game. They just wanted to go home. Others screamed in excitement because they were sick to death of their current lives. The first place they landed was the Temple of the Descenders. Once he was there, Mu Bai realized he wasn't dreaming. He could actually stand up now. Immediately after, he received another notification. Welcome, player from the blue planet, to the Myriad Worlds game. Initiating a full-body scan now that you have entered the game world. Your identity is about to be determined. Please confirm the name you will use in this game. The feeling of being alive again is truly wonderful. Without wasting any time, he immediately decided to go with the nickname White Knight. Once the naming process was complete, he began to awaken his talent. Every participant in the Myriad Worlds game is automatically granted an awakening at the Hall of Spirits, Starry Sky. Talents are divided into 9 grades, from the lowest, F, to the highest, SSS. If you want to become stronger in the Myriad Worlds game, possessing a powerful talent is essential. Since the awakening is random, players have absolutely no choice in their talent grade, and White Knight was no exception. He could only hope his luck wasn't that rotten. But unexpectedly, things went even smoother than White Knight had hoped, as he successfully awakened a forbidden talent. The S-grade upgrade talent grants him several skill effects. First is Upgrade. White Knight can upgrade any item by 1 grade without any consumption. The effect is permanent. Second is Sublimation. It allows him to upgrade any item by 2 grades, but it costs a certain amount of resources. The effect is also permanent. Finally, there is Catastrophe. By sacrificing a certain amount of lifespan, he can upgrade any item, up by 3 grades, and add the Catastrophe trait to that item. The effects are permanent as well, and for the first use, this skill is even free of charge. The talent is settled. Next is choosing a class. Basic classes are divided into 4 major categories: Physical, Magic, Defensive, and Support. White Knight considered for a long time. With the upgrade talent, he had originally planned to choose Warrior or Mage. Who would have thought that a new notification would appear? Checking. Player White Knight's starting attributes detected. Insufficient to meet requirements. Proceeding to filter out unavailable classes. Based on your starting attributes, the only class you can select is Necromancer. White Knight was completely bewildered, not understanding why he could only choose Necromancer, and he knew even less about this class. This game system was incredibly pushy, completely denying him any chance to protest and directly ending the class selection process. Just like that, White Knight became a Necromancer. Holding that skull-adorned staff, he felt this class didn't sound too bad after all. But immediately after that, White Knight discovered something was wrong. His maximum health was only 1. Is there some kind of mistake? Only 1 hit point? Permanently? Doesn't that mean if I get touched, I'm dead meat? Furthermore, why do I only have 1 year left to live? What's the point of having an S-grade talent if I'm doomed? White Knight shouted in frustration, but the game system didn't bother to reply. If there was no turning back, then White Knight had no choice but to take a gamble. Didn't it just say he awakened the upgrade talent? In that case, I immediately ordered the system to use the Catastrophe skill to upgrade his own class. To upgrade the Necromancer class by 3 levels, it will consume 100,000 years of lifespan. You have 1 chance to use the Catastrophe effect without consuming lifespan. Do you confirm you want to use this chance? White Knight didn't hesitate for a second and tapped the confirm button. Just like that. He successfully changed his class to an exclusive hidden class called Death Lord. His growth attributes also changed. Every time he levels up, he gains an additional 15 free attribute points. White Knight also learned a new skill, Lifelink, and Enhanced Summoning, while receiving the exclusive item, Book of Death. Haha, this hidden Death Lord class sounds absolutely overpowered just by the name. White Knight was extremely satisfied, feeling that his move just now was truly the right call. At this point, the system announced that the Myriad Worlds game would officially begin in 10 seconds, asking White Knight to get ready. The upgrade process had taken up too much of his time, and he hadn't even adapted to his class yet, so he would just have to figure it out once he got into the game. Liu Ruyan, Ashashu, just you wait. I will definitely hunt you 2 scumbags down and make you taste the meaning of despair. The countdown ended, and the game world officially opened. In the Myriad Worlds game, every time a player loses their life, they lose a level and 10% of their lifespan, with a minimum of 15 years. But for new players who receive protection from the novice village, like White Knight, if they perish, they only lose their level and aren't penalized with lifespan. Novice Village number 9527 of the Divine Dragon Empire suddenly became very lively. After a wave of players from Blue Star appeared, White Knight was surrounded by countless people and chaotic noises. Haha, the fantasy of reading novels has finally become reality. This time I will definitely make it big. Brother, carry me. Cleric looking for a party, plenty of healing. Anyone there? B-grade talent mage looking for a team? Amidst the crowded mass of people, White Knight quietly stood in a corner because he had to test the effects of his new skills first. First was Summon Lesser Skeleton, which did exactly what it said. Summon a weak skeleton to fight for the necromancer. Cast time, 3 seconds. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Mana cost, 20 points. The stats of this lesser skeleton will be boosted by the player's spirit attribute. The next skill was Burn, which releases soul fire to incinerate the target. Deals a total of 150% magic damage based on spell power over 5 seconds. Attack range, 30 meters. Cast time, 2 seconds. Cooldown, 5 seconds. Mana cost, 10 points. These were both F-grade skills, one for support, one for attack, enough to make White Knight satisfied. But it didn't stop there. There was also an A-grade skill called Lifelink. This is an active skill that allows the user to link with an undead creature they have summoned and share health points with it. It takes effect immediately upon casting and requires 10 seconds to summon. Next was the S-grade skill called Rapid Summoning, a passive skill with no levels. Under the effect of Rapid, the cast time for summoning skills and the cooldown are reduced by 50%, and the stats of summoned creatures are increased by 50%. My summoning space limit has increased by 500%. My skills really are versatile, and since I can share my HP with my summons, I don't have to worry about my own health limit anymore. As Mu Bai muttered to himself, a book suddenly appeared before him. Right, that's it! Mu Bai had completely forgotten he still had the Death's Tome. It's an exclusive item for his class. It can't be dropped, broken, or traded. It's currently at level 0 and will unlock character attributes after level 1, with special effects unlocking after level 10. Since his level isn't high enough yet, he can't use it. Since he couldn't use the Death's Tome, Mu Bai tossed it aside for now and decided to try summoning a skeleton. To his surprise, 2 appeared instead. Mu Bai was stunned, but the system explained that the catastrophe trait, added to his hidden class, had been activated. Specifically, it happened after he upgraded his class from Necromancer to Lord of Death. This triggered several effects, the first being that all of Mu Bai's skill effects are doubled. The second and third effects are still locked because he isn't a high enough level. Who knew I'd have such good luck? Mu Bai carefully assessed the 2 skeletons he'd just summoned. Even though there were 2 of them, they didn't look very strong. Just then a man walked by, saw them, and offered a suggestion. Oh, a summoner? Hey buddy, your talent must be at least A rank, right? How about we team up? My talent is A rank too. If we join forces, we'll level up much faster. It was true. In the early stages, new players usually leveled up faster in groups. But Mu Bai refused, saying he preferred grinding solo. The man was irritated by his cold rejection and snapped, "What's with the attitude? You're just a summoner. I bet you can't even catch a mud chicken." Ignoring the man's whining, Mu Bai walked off with his 2 little skeletons. At the monster farming area, a crowd was gathered. A newly formed party was getting absolutely crushed by that mud chicken, and they eventually gave up because they couldn't beat it. Forget it. I'm going back to the village to see if there are any lifestyle jobs. Someone else can have this thing. Mu Bai approached. This was the mud chicken the guy had mentioned. At level 1, it had 100 HP, 10 attack, and 5 physical and magic defense. As soon as Mu Bai appeared, people started whispering. Look at that guy, Bai. The 2 skeletons he summoned look pretty strong, don't they? He must have awakened a great talent. So jealous. Stop being jealous and hurry up and kill the chicken. Seeing them look at him with awkward expressions, Mu Bai immediately replied, Don't worry, I won't steal your kills. After all, he had awakened such an overpowered talent. He couldn't just waste his time here. Why would he fight them over a measly mud chicken? So, Mu Bai headed deeper into the forest. There, he encountered some red-eyed rabbits, level 2 monsters with 150 HP and 15 attack power. Getting hit by one would definitely hurt. Luckily, Mu Bai didn't have to fight himself. Otherwise, with his single point of HP, he wouldn't be able to take a single blow. The 2 little skeletons started fighting in earnest. Glancing around to make sure no one was watching, Mu Bai summoned a few more to let the rabbits feel some real firepower. Just like that, he easily took down the rabbits. Thanks to his skill, he even got a 50% experience bonus for fighting higher-level monsters. At this rate, Mu Bai was almost at level 1, and thanks to the double effect, he had already linked his life force with the 2 skeletons. Because of that, even with only 1 HP, Mubai wouldn't be easily taken down. He could easily summon a few more skeletons now, but to avoid drawing too much attention, he held back and only used 4. Under Mubai's command, the 4 skeletons were grinding monsters energetically. Some people saw him commanding them so leisurely and couldn't help but talk. Huh? Is that guy a necromancer? He's just walking around and leveling up so relaxed. Must be nice. Nice? Open your eyes, as the little skeletons I summoned have stats nowhere near his. And he summoned 4 at once? That has to be at least S-rank talent. I estimate he's among the top players in our beginner village 9,527. Even though people were buzzing about him, Mubai didn't care. What he cared about was that he had finally reached level 1. He received 15 free attribute points, so he had to consider how to distribute them wisely. His summon stats were influenced by Mubai's mental strength, so he decided to pump points into intelligence. Besides that, he added to agility. After all, he only had 1 HP, so increasing his speed to protect himself was a good idea. Mubai added 4 points to agility and 11 to intelligence. Then, an idea popped into his head. Right, classes can be upgraded too. Why not try upgrading my actual skills? Thinking it over, Mubai used his talent skill to upgrade his class skills. The F-rank Summon Small Skeleton became E-rank Summon Skeleton. The F-rank Burn also turned into an F-rank skill with the same name. The A-rank Life Link became an F-rank Life Share skill, and the S-rank Summon buff upgraded into the SS rank Summoning of the Dead. Seeing that he had successfully upgraded all his skills, making them even more powerful, Mubai was incredibly happy. Especially that S-rank Life Share skill, which could passively share the HP of all his summons. This is just too broken. Although for some reason Mubai's main HP bar is permanently stuck at just 1 point. Thanks to those other skills, his secondary health bar now has nearly 9,000 points. And with that death summoning skill, doesn't that mean he can already summon 20 skeleton soldiers? Mubai became brimming with confidence. He didn't need to be modest anymore, and could totally summon a full squad to grind for levels. Plus, since he'd reached level 1, he pulled out the Book of Death to upgrade his exclusive gear into the Tome of Death, but the base stats left Mubai a bit disappointed, as it only added 15 points to his magic power intensity. Oh well, I'll deal with it when I hit level 10, he muttered, because at that level, the Tome of Death would unlock a special effect. It was finally time to level up for real. Mubai immediately summoned a full squad of 20 skeletons. His death summoning skill had its cooldown reduced by 75%, plus his catastrophe trait meant that now, every time he summoned a skeleton, it only took 2 seconds. With all those stacked effects, Mubai's army quickly became a force to be reckoned with. The level 3 sharp-clawed spirit cats were no match for him at all. Just like that, the whole pack was quickly wiped out by Mubai. His miraculous leveling speed pushed him to level 2, but he didn't stop, continuing to grind for another half hour. He soon arrived at the entrance of the first dungeon, the Misty Forest, which held treasures but was also full of dangers. Hardly a place to challenge solo. But Mubai wasn't alone. He had a whole gang of lackeys with him after all. With sky-high confidence when choosing the dungeon difficulty, he went straight for the highest level, Hell Mode, and stepped inside. The mist was so thick that Mubai couldn't even see the path ahead. He immediately ordered his minions to scout the way and farm monsters. Fortunately, within a 100-meter radius, Mubai could control his summons at will. Otherwise, he'd probably have to stick right by their side for fear of them wandering off. Very quickly, the first skeleton encountered an enemy. A level 8 elite mist treant with a massive 3,600 HP, 74 attack power, and 60 physical defense. With 40 magic defense and a binding skill, this was a formidable monster. As soon as he spotted it, an excited Mubai ordered his whole squad to charge. One of his summoned skeletons got caught in the mist treant's binding skill and had an arm chopped off. The elite monster's attack power was no joke. But Mubai wasn't worried in the slightest because he had numbers on his side. "All of you, go! Focus your fire on it," he ordered, and the skeletons obeyed instantly. Just like that. Mubai took down the level 8 treant to earn 60 experience points. The Misty Forest was originally a level 5 dungeon, but the Hell Mode difficulty had boosted the monsters' levels by 3. Furthermore, they were all elite monsters. It looked like the experience gain would be significant if he won. Just as he thought that, Mubai suddenly felt a chill down his spine. He turned around to find a level 8 elite mist centipede about to ambush him. Compared to the Treant, it had slightly lower health, but its attack power reached 108. Still, Mubai didn't care about those numbers at all. The staff of death in his hand glowed as he attacked the target, and his skeleton army rushed in to save their master. The mist centipede was quickly taken down by them. Mubai had to admit, even though his current spirit stats were 3 times that of a normal necromancer, his direct magic still wasn't as strong as the minions, the skeletons he summoned. Just then, a piece of equipment dropped from the monster's corpse. A level 5 black iron grade mist killing belt, with 30 durability, which increased armor by 9 points and stamina by 2. Since it was just a mediocre piece of armor, Mubai looked disappointed, but he picked it up anyway. If he couldn't use it, he could at least sell it for cash. As he ventured deeper into the dungeon, more mist centipedes appeared. Mubai stood in the center, commanding his skeleton minions, who protected him tightly. I didn't have to take a single hit from the enemy. The situation was chaotic, with both sides fighting fiercely, but in the end, Mubai's side completely overpowered them. Before long, he had reached level 5. The monsters dropped even more loot. Wooden staves, snake-tooth daggers, mist-killing leather armor, and E-rank skill books like Binding and Strangle. Mubai took a look and found that only the wooden staff seemed usable. Everything else was useless, so he'd just have to upgrade them later or sell them for money. The stats on that wooden staff were pretty weak, so Mubai only used it temporarily. He'd have to consider a better weapon later. Along with that, his Tome of Death had leveled up too. Because its level increased with the character, at level 5, the Tome of Death's base stats became plus 75 magic power, plus 25 to all stats, and plus 100% damage to undead creatures. Not bad, not bad, Mubai praised repeatedly, though he figured there probably weren't many undead creatures in this dungeon. After that, he gathered all his summons together. With his new weapons and gear, Mubai was ready to challenge the boss. Because it was hell mode, the boss fight would be harder. There was 1 silver rank boss and 2 enhanced elite guards. The main boss was the Mist Centipede King. It had a maximum of 88,000 HP, 327 attack power, 136 physical defense, and 98 magic defense. Its skills were Strangle, Devour, Poison Spit, and Earth Tremor. Beside it were 2 Mist Centipede guards with 350 HP, 198 attack power, and a single Strangle skill. Mubai hesitated a bit when he saw them. Just the main boss alone had nearly 90,000 health, plus those 2 guards. He wasn't sure if his skeleton minions could withstand it. But whether they could or not, he'd only know if he tried. So, Mubai shouted for them to charge in unison. A massive battle broke out, but the Mist Centipede King was truly no joke. With just 1 strike, it had already sent one of Mubai's skeletons to the afterlife. Although its power was enough to make his jaw drop, Mokbok remained incredibly confident. No matter how strong it would be hard to stand against his bone army tactics. Every 2 seconds, Mokbok summoned more dry bones, and they advanced layer upon layer. After a while, he had taken down the 2 guards, and the Mist Centipede Centurion was completely finished. That boss became much easier to handle. Mokbok ordered his minions to focus all their firepower on it, and he even launched an attack himself, but the damage was no different from scratching an itch for his opponent. Mokbok felt a bit embarrassed. He really should just stand on the sidelines and control his undead legion. The Centipede King wasn't about to give up easily. Relying on its massive size and superior strength, it launched continuous attacks, taking out a skeleton with every strike. Mokbok didn't dare to be careless, constantly summoning new skeletons. The Centipede King's health kept dropping. Based on his observations, it seemed to be preparing to unleash its ultimate move. However, what Mokbok didn't anticipate was that this boss had high IQ. Instead of using that dangerous attack, it charged straight at him. Mokbok couldn't dodge in time and took the full hit. Yet, thanks to sharing his life force with his summons, he managed to stay standing after that blow. Heh, I've got life resonance, with a health bar limit of over 100,000. Can this little bit of damage from you even hurt me? Mokbok said provocatively, feeling very satisfied. Now it was his turn to counterattack. The dry bones concentrated all their remaining strength into one final blow. They successfully took down the Mist Centipede King, helping their master gain 14,400 experience points. Seeing that centipede collapse, Mokbok felt incredibly refreshed. He raised his hand high and shouted, "First kill!" After this battle, Mokbok became the first player in Newbie Village 9527 to defeat a boss solo. receiving a basic soul fate stone and gold coins as a reward. At the same time, an announcement that ID Bakda had become the first player to solo defeat a silver grade boss was sent to the entire newbie village 9527. The reaction of the others was mostly shock. Shocked to the point of dropping their jaws. And rightfully so, because while most newbies were still struggling with small monsters at the edge of the forest, Bakda had already soloed a silver grade boss. Now everyone was curious about who this Bakda was. Who is this person? What kind of awakened talent do they have to possess such terrifying power? This Bakda, is the gap between people really that massive? This world game is just too unfair. I struggle to even take down small mobs, and here they are soloing a boss. What kind of logic is that? Exactly. Before I transmigrated, I worked as hard as a horse. To think that even after transmigrating, I'm just cannon fodder. Not far away, Feng Jiep Tutu and Fu Jiep Thien Ha were also farming monsters. After reading the announcement about Mok Bok, the girl Fu Giap seemed regretful. So solo defeating a boss triggers a server-wide announcement? If I'd known earlier, I would have let Feng Diep take down that black iron grade boss himself. Oh well. There will still be opportunities later. Feng Diep replied while striking the monster in front of him. Bakda is much stronger than me. That was a silver grade boss. I'm absolutely no match for him right now. That said, even though Feng Diep seemed humble, he himself was an S-rank talent awakener, yet he still found fighting a black iron boss relatively difficult. Because of this, they guessed that the talent of this person named Bakda must be at least SS rank. Hearing this, their two other companions, Ave and Mianhua Duong, felt very excited. An SS rank talent? That's way too strong. Sister Fujap, do you think he has the potential to join our team? How about we try inviting him? Fujap had never thought about this, but hearing Hoa Duong say that, she wanted to try recruiting an expert to her team. After all, she was very confident that no man had ever turned down her invitation before. But Fujap was seriously miscalculating. After that server-wide announcement, Mok Bok received countless friend requests. After all, everyone wants to latch onto an expert, and Fujap's invitation just got buried among the rest. Mok Bok didn't have time to pay attention to them, so he flat-out rejected all of them. Only then did he examine the rewards he received after defeating that boss, a basic soul fate stone. This is a special item that adds 30 days of life when absorbed. But if you lose your life, you lose 1/10 of that time. A minimum of 3 days. Since Mok Bok's original lifespan was less than a year, his eyes lit up when he saw this life-extending item. One stone adds 30 days of life. If he upgraded them, wouldn't he be able to extend his time even further? So, Mok Bok immediately upgraded it from basic to intermediate grade. Its effect was also amplified. One stone now extended his life by 120 days. Mok Bok had a total of 6 stones. That was nearly 2 more years of life. This was truly great news for him. Mok Bok suddenly had a new goal in the game. He needed to earn as many more soul fate stones as possible. Speaking of the items that dropped during the dungeon run, the 2 skill books weren't things he could use. Among the remaining props, only the poison ring was of any use, so Mok Bok took it to be upgraded as well. After the upgrade, it became a gold-grade deadly poison ring with a maximum durability of 100 points. It increases spell power by 30 points, agility by 10 points, and spirit by 10 points. Additionally, his spells have a certain chance to deal an extra 150 points of poison damage every 10 seconds, with a maximum trigger limit. Spells with added poison damage? Not bad at all. If the raw attack isn't enough, just compensate with poison. Mok Bok nodded in satisfaction after checking his spoils, then turned back to take roll call of his skeleton crew. They had taken quite a few losses, but then again, it was only a low-level boss. Seeing that he had lost so many units, Mok Bok felt his minions weren't strong enough yet, and now that he had a bit of gold on hand, I wanted to see if it could help level up his summoning skill. When he chose to use the sublimation skill, the game sent a notification. Are you sure you want to spend 5 gold to overwrite the previous upgrade effect and upgrade the dry skeleton summoning skill to a higher tier? Mok Bok finished reading the notification and couldn't help but grimace. 5 gold gone in the blink of an eye. This system was as greedy as a demon, but he figured money spent could always be earned back. I went ahead and used the skill immediately, and just like that, his dry skeleton summoning skill leveled up to become a D-rank skill. Summon Skeleton Warrior. At this level, the skeletons even had their own classes. Each summon would create either a warrior or an archer with a casting time of 3 seconds. It had a 30-second cooldown and cost 200 mana points. The skeleton's stats still depended directly on Mokbok's mental power, so now, a skeleton archer had 637 points in both physical strength and agility, 6,370 max health, 764 attack, 319 physical defense, and an active skill called Double Shot. This allowed it to fire 2 arrows at once, dealing an additional 90% physical damage. As for the skeleton warrior, its physical strength, agility, and defense stats were the same as the archer's, but its health pool reached 7,644, with a whopping 956 attack power. Naturally, it also had an active skill called Heavy Blow, used to strike targets hard. It dealt 175% physical damage. After reading their new stat sheets, Mokbok stopped regretting the cost immediately. With stats like these, his 5 gold were worth every penny. To test his minions' skills, Mokbok quickly led them into the forest to fight a group of level 8 elite goblins. Even though they were level 8 elites, the stats of the Undead Legion under Mokbok's command now completely overwhelmed them. The goblins didn't even have a chance to fight back. Just like that, he directed his legion deeper and deeper into the forest while at the newbie village. Many new players were still working hard to recruit people for their parties. Among them, a player named Huan Do Bangip was even recruiting to establish a new guild. At first, when they heard about joining a guild, the players weren't very excited. They had just arrived in this world. They didn't want to go through the experience of being underlings for someone else again. Unexpectedly, Huan Du then displayed his S-rank talent to show off. In the Myriad Realms, his character was a born leader. He possessed an exclusive S-rank talent, allowing him to establish a guild for free. Members who joined the guild would receive a 20% experience bonus and a 20% increase in loot drop rates from monsters, along with a 20% bonus to both physical and magical attack power. The stronger the guild's total force, the greater these upgrade effects would become. At this, the players' expressions changed instantly. No way! Members get 20% more experience and a 20% loot drop boost? That's too OP. An S-rank talent is seriously powerful. Plus another 20% boost to attack and magic power? Count me in! Huan Do's invitation immediately became a hot commodity. Players wanted to join in droves, and just as he became the center of attention, a new notification was pinned to the entire server. The message was from Fu Jap, reading, "Brother Bakda, I'd like to add you as a friend. There's something important I'd like to discuss. Could you please accept?" The new players began to buzz with excitement after reading the notification. They struggled to take down 10 monsters and barely made a few pennies, yet this Fu Jap just spent 10 gold coins just to send a message. What a rich kid. Even Huan Do, after reading the pinned message, had to wonder where this Fu Jap Thien Ha got so much gold. And who was this Bakda? Anyway, I absolutely have to see just how good he is. On the other side, Mokbok had also received the notification. He was also curious who would be so wasteful as to spend 10 gold just to contact him, so he decided to accept the friend request. On the other end, Fujiap immediately sent a message. "Bakda, I'll give you 100 gold right now, and I'll cover all your equipment and skills. Are you interested in joining my team?" Mokbok finished the message, feeling like something was off. To drop an offer of 100 gold right off the bat, this person was incredibly wealthy. Every player here was a newbie who hadn't been here long, and they weren't allowed to bring assets from the real world. Where on earth did this Fu Jap get so much money? I didn't really believe it, so Mokbok replied, "How do you have so much money? And why should I trust you?" Fujiap didn't intend to hide it, and straightforwardly told him that she possessed the SS rank God of Wealth talent. Money to her was just a number. As long as Mokbok agreed to sign a contract to join the team, he could have as much money as he wanted. Explaining her talent further, Fujiap's first effect was Money Tree Shake. Every day, she could shake the money tree 6 times, randomly receiving between 1 and 999 gold coins. Furthermore, there was a chance to shake out special items. The second ability was Abundant Resources, which increased the volume of goods Fujiap carried by 1% every day. The third effect was called In But Not Out. This ensured that whenever Fujiap died, she wouldn't drop a single gold coin or item. So if any bad guys wanted her head, it would be useless. Whoa, this God of Wealth talent is too broken. Mokbok couldn't help but exclaim, Someone with this talent really was just sitting around while money rolled in. Facing an invitation from someone like that was truly hard to refuse, but Mokbok was still very hesitant, because he felt that forming a team would bring more trouble and make it very easy to be exposed. So in the early stages, he still wanted to grind. By himself for safety. Sorry, I still prefer to act alone. Mokbok's reply drove Fujiap crazy. Crazy. This brat, how dare he refuse me? Seeing that even the team's goddess of wealth couldn't pull Mokbok in, the guards gave up hope. After all, it wasn't as if they couldn't survive on their own. Fujiap had been calculating the grind over and over. Even though his team was doing all right, he knew that without better gear, leveling would just get slower and slower. He was still trying to figure out how to convince Mokbok. Just then a message popped up from the man himself. Fujiap, interested in a trade? I've got some spare gear and skill books I don't need. Your team must be needing some, right? Seeing the message, Fujiap's eyes lit up. Speak of the devil. Mokbok had actually reached out first about the gear shortage. How much have you got? I'll take it all, Fujiap replied immediately. A lot more than you'd think. Wait until I finish my business. Then I'll get back to you to make the trade. Even though they couldn't recruit Mokbok, getting him to sell them gear was already a huge win for their main attacker, Fong Diep. If they could get some top-tier equipment, their team's damage output would definitely skyrocket. Back to the action. Fujiap's group was currently facing a boss. It was a level 5 boar leader. Its HP was 23,800, attack power 205, physical defense 81, and magic defense 62. With skills like ripping, heavy impact, and stomp, it looked way tougher than the black iron bosses they'd fought before. Are you sure you can solo this, Fong Diep? Fujiap asked. Should be no problem. With that confirmation, Fujiap told Ave and Hoa Duong to hand over all their healing potions to Fong Diep, while the rest of them fell back to take on a task. They stood guard to make sure no one disturbed his solo fight, all because of that system-wide announcement. Fujiap was determined to be the one to claim it. And so, with his team backing him up, Fong Diep stepped forward to face the boar leader alone. Despite the huge size difference, Fong Diep remained calm and confident. He kept landing precise, damaging blows on his opponent. Naturally, the boar leader tried to counter, but it couldn't even lay a finger on Fong Diep. It's strong, but way too slow, he remarked calmly. Watching Fong Diep's relaxed demeanor, Fujiap felt at ease. He knew his teammate had plenty of combat experience. Soloing that boss definitely wasn't a big deal for him. Meanwhile, Mokbok had just finished off a level 8 Silver Goblin leader. With the help of his minions, he gained 14,400 experience points. Since leveling up, his Legion summoning skill had become even more devastating in the foggy forest. By now, Mokbok had reached level 6. Just picking up the loot from the boss was enough to make his hands tired. Among the drops, Mokbok noticed a skill book called Bone Strengthening. But since he already had the life-sharing skill, he didn't really need this. Besides that, there was a level 5 gold tier fog cloak that boosted physical defense by 28 points. It also gave 20 points in magic defense and 10 points to both constitution and spirit stats. Equipping it would also reduce a player's presence, lowering aggro. This fog cloak effect is pretty good, but man, it looks hideous, Mokbok commented. He also picked up a badge. It was a leader-level item. Same grade as the cloak, giving 200 HP, 400 mana, and a 5% boost to spell critical rate. Plus, when a spell crits, you get a buff, adding 20 spirit for 10 seconds. Now that was actually useful, so Mokbok immediately equipped it. Just then he felt something was wrong. His skeletal minions suddenly lost a huge chunk of HP. The entire forest turned gloomy, and Mokbok heard a ghostly voice echoing through the mist. How dare a bunch of dry bones show up in my territory? Shortly after, Mokbok received a system notification. A large group of skeletons had awakened the Goblin King's long-buried memories. A hidden questline was triggered. The Goblin King had entered a frenzied state, increasing all its stats by 50%. The exit from the foggy forest had been sealed. He would only be able to leave the instance after defeating the Goblin King, and the hidden quest would officially begin in 2 minutes. Mokbok was a bit confused. He didn't get why just summoning some skeletons would trigger a hidden quest. But, on the principle of if it moves, hit it, he was curious to see just how tough this Goblin King really was. With that thought, Mokbok summoned a few more skeletons. Before long, the Goblin King, Reggie appeared. It was a level 8 gold tier boss, currently in a frenzied state. With all its stats boosted by 50%, it wasn't going to be a pushover. With a max HP of 327,000 and an attack stat of 843, it was tanky and hit like a truck. Reggie also had plenty of active skills, from lightning and stomp to heroic leap and summoning goblin warriors. Looking at its current state, Mokbok was stunned. A gold tier boss, already in a frenzied state, and the system wanted him to clear it in 2 minutes. That was asking a lot. Its health was over 300,000, but he had plenty of minions. At this point, the only strategy was to use numbers to overwhelm it. Mokbok ordered his skeleton legion to charge forward aggressively. Under their assault, Reggie grew even more furious. "You filthy piles of bones! Just the smell of you makes me want to puke!" While cursing, it raised its weapon and swung down decisively. With a single strike, it wiped out several of Mokbok's minions. Seeing this with his own eyes, he had to admit the Goblin King's damage was no joke. If that had hit a normal level 6 player, they'd be dead in one shot. Unfortunately for this boss, it had poked a hornet's nest. Mokbok himself used a skill to attack the prey. It had been focused on stomping the minions, but was distracted by his sneak attack. Taking advantage of that opening, the skeleton archer used its double-shot skill to pile on the damage. Injured and enraged, Reggie was furious, but its HP was dropping rapidly. Mokbok ordered his minions to focus all their firepower on the target. He didn't believe he couldn't blow it up. But then, a more troublesome issue arose. It wasn't the only one capable of summoning in this fight. The Goblin King had the same ability, and it had just summoned a massive horde of goblin warriors, with each of them in a berserk state, having 13,500 health points and 279 attack power. Mokbok could only gulp hard at the sight. Gulp. You're also using summoning skills, and your whole squad is in berserk mode too? This is going to be tough for me. Reggie's rage has reached its peak. "Damn you, necromancer! I already moved my kin into the mist forest," it roared in fury. "Why won't you just leave us alone?" Finally, it charged in a frenzy. "Warriors, crush him!" Reggie landed a blow so powerful that it cracked the ground. Mokbok agilely dodged back. That actually hurt. Good thing I have life-steal resonance. He prepared to counterattack, ordering his knights. "Summoning, go! Take them out fast. Deal with these weaklings first." Following their master's command, they all surged forward. Mokbok signaled the archers to fire, and the goblins were struck by arrows one by one, screaming in pain. Reggie gritted its teeth and insisted, "No, I, the king, will not lose." It roared again, "I will never become your slave again." The system notification popped up. King's Rage. Berserk mode activated. Attack power increased by 150%. Attack speed increased by 50%. Defense reduced by 50. Mokbok smirked with disdain. "Amateur, stop flapping your gums." The system announced, "Newbie Village number 9527. Congratulations to player Fong Diep for being the first to solo defeat a bronze tier boss. We encourage players to follow this example to receive rich rewards." Mokbok looked up, scanning the screen. Someone already snatched the first kill? Finally, he decided to let it slide. After all, one shouldn't lose the big picture over small things. Mokbok unleashed a powerful attack, dealing massive damage to Reggie. It took continuous hits and finally fell backward. Reggie was shocked as blood sprayed from its body. After reading his own battle stats, even Mokbok was impressed. "I didn't expect that soloing a boss would yield even more than 2 soul fate stones." He glanced back, searching the area. "No loot drop?" Mokbok pondered. Could this be related to a hidden storyline? Meanwhile, Hoandu was secretly thrilled. "This is the treasure that increases life expectancy. The guild leader is amazing." His 2 underlings competed to flatter him, calling the guild leader the #1 pro in village 9527. "That's right, just pure luck," he replied modestly. The system announced again, "Newbie Village number 9527. Congratulations to Fong Diep for being the first to solo defeat a bronze tier boss." The underling grew irritated. "That Fong Diep guy just got lucky. Now let's go find a real golden tier boss. Does he really think he's invincible and can kill anything?" The system continued the announcement. "Congratulations to Bok Da for being the first to solo defeat a golden tier boss. Special announcement. We encourage players to follow this example and receive rich rewards." At this moment, Huando felt truly frustrated. Bakhda! What kind of talent did you awaken exactly? Could it be SSS tier? Even Fong Diep was left wondering. It's Bakhda again? This guy has terrifying strength. Fujap remained optimistic. Don't worry, the Myriad Worlds game has only just begun. There's still plenty of time to catch up to him. Plus, you have me here. Fong Diep felt a bit excited. Let's go. It's time to see the first dungeon. System notification. Within 2 minutes, you must defeat the Goblin King, Reggie, to trigger the hidden storyline, Reggie's Nightmare. Warning, Mist Forest dungeon difficulty increased to catastrophe level. Mokbok was still fighting hard. Higher than hell difficulty is catastrophe level? The goblin's face suddenly emitted smoke. That left Mokbok puzzled. What's this? What the hell is going on? They started hopping strangely as their bodies ignited, making Mokbok exclaim, That's messed up! So the dry bones from earlier were goblins? He stared intently at the smoking Reggie. Its body began to glow before slamming hard into the ground. Instantly, Reggie transformed into a skeleton king, one of the most successful creations of the ancient necromancers. In ancient times, he shouldn't even be here. Reggie spoke for itself. In the end, I couldn't escape the fate of becoming undead. It then commanded the goblins, Fight for me, my warriors! Reggie! As it wielded a giant sword, Mokbok felt a tinge of fear. Are you kidding me? Is this something that's supposed to appear in a newbie village? Reggie's body erupted with massive amounts of lightning, and it split into several clones. After reading the system info, Mokbok turned pale. The combat power of these 6 combined is probably equal to 20 of my minions. Let all enemies become undead just like us. His expression turned anxious. Is this for real? There's more, and this guy has way too much attack power. How am I supposed to fight this? The system suddenly presented an item notification. Hidden storyline Reggie's Nightmare officially begins. Newbie village protection is void. If you die, you will lose 10% of your lifespan. A minimum of 15 years. Mokbok froze for a second. Are you serious? Even if I absorbed all those soul fate stones, it wouldn't be enough for a single deduction. Is my journey through the Myriad Worlds ending right here? A strike was launched, dealing massive damage. Mokbok quickly parried the lightning attack and ordered, Go! Everyone target those scums! Focus your fire! Mokbok assessed the situation. Currently, I can only summon 20 skeleton warriors. That's not enough. Its defense is just too high. Focus your fire on that trash. Mubai, assess the situation. If Lufaluo can summon 20 skeletal warriors like that, our defenses won't hold. It's just too powerful. With that, he calculates that unless his skill levels up one more time, it's worth taking a gamble. First, he swallows the stone to check how much lifespan is needed to upgrade the Calamity skill. Next, Mokbok takes out several mana stones. The system pings. Absorption successful. 15 intermediate soul stones absorbed. Lifespan insufficient. 6 years required to upgrade to Calamity. Summon Undead Soldier suggests that once this skill reaches C rank, it will branch into 3 paths. Summon Skeleton Warrior, Summon Skeleton Assassin, and Summon Skeleton Mage. Choose your evolution path. Mokbok finishes reading and sighs, feeling exhausted. Seriously? It branches too? The warrior path is the safest. It has high health. The information on the system panel makes him wonder, with stats this insane, it's just a C-rank skill? Does that even make sense? Power surges through Mokbok's body. I can finally summon a skeleton warrior too. Let's see who can summon more. Charge, take him down. The soldiers rush forward, instantly wounding Reggie. Brothers, hold him off for me, as negative damage numbers pop up continuously, and excited Mokbok commands, Done. 2 more. Keep them coming, the more the better. Reggie flies into a rage. I am the true king of skeletons. The system warns, Reggie has entered berserk state. Attack power increased by 50%, attack speed increased by 50%, but defense decreased by 50%. Mokbok isn't the least bit afraid. Reducing your defense? Aren't you just speeding up your own death? Fire, let's go, brothers, this is the final stretch. He orders his soldiers to attack again. Reggie screams frantically, I won't accept this! Just then, the system announces, eliminating Reggie Grant's bonus points. Mokbok is pleasantly surprised. 270,000 experience points? Doesn't that mean I'm about to hit level 9? The system announces, congratulations on becoming the first player in Newbie Village 9527 to solo a Dark Gold boss. Reward, 40 basic soul stones. 60 gold coins! Mokbok is stunned. 40 stones? The system updates again. Newbie Village announcement incoming. Congratulations on your first completion of the dungeon. The Misty Forest of Newbie Village 9527. Reward, 5 random Tier 1 attribute gems and 5 gold coins. Mokbok is frozen in shock. After grinding through this calamity tier evolution, that's over 13 years of lifespan right there. The system announces, congratulations on your first completion of the Misty Forest dungeon, Hell difficulty, Newbie Village 9527. Reward, 20 basic soul stones, 20 gold coins. Another Newbie Village announcement is coming, but Mokbok realizes something is wrong. Why is it Hell difficulty? I clearly cleared it on Calamity difficulty. At the entrance to the Misty Forest, Hoan-do calls out to the crowd, the guild is recruiting. We're about to enter the dungeon. Are there any other brothers who want to join? The crowd gets rowdy. Boss, I want in. Accepted. Those nearby look on in awe. Looking closer, they realize these guys are wearing full matching sets of gear. So it's the Fujap Thian-ha Guild. Well, that explains it then. Whispers ripple through the crowd. Fujap Thian-ha. They estimate, a full set of level 5 gear like that must have cost a fortune. This guy is loaded. Hoan-do greets them. I've heard much about you. Fang Diep replies, is that so? Does it compare to the illustrious reputation of the Hoan-do Guild leader? Hoan-do eager suggests, since everyone is already here. How about we make a bet? Fujap responds, unbothered. Oh? And what does the Hoan-do leader want to bet? Hoan-do lays out the rules. Let's bet on who can get the first clear of the Misty Forest. Fujap agrees. Fine. What are the stakes? Hoan-do laughs excitedly. My talent combined with your wealth. It's a match made in heaven. If I get the first clear, you all join my Banghip Guild. Fujap asks, and if we clear it first? Hoan-do declares, then the Banghip Guild will put all our resources into doing one favor for you. But Fujap wants more. 3 favors. Hoan-do immediately accepts. Deal, you're on. At that exact moment, a system announcement appears. Newbie Village 9527, congratulations to Bakda for achieving the first clear of the Misty Forest dungeon. Special announcement. We encourage all players to follow his example and earn generous rewards. Both Fujap and Hoan-do are stunned. What? Hoan-do grinds his teeth in anger. Bakda again? The bet I just made makes me look like a total joke. I has to change the rules immediately. Since the normal difficulty first clear is already gone, how about we go with the hard mode? Yet, the system chimes continuously. Newbie Village 9527 announcement. Congratulations to Bakda for the first clear of the Misty Forest dungeon, Hell difficulty. Special announcement. We encourage all players to follow his example and earn generous rewards. Newbie Village 9527. Announcement. Congratulations to Bakda for becoming the first player to solo. A dark gold boss. Special announcement. We encourage all players to follow his example and earn generous rewards. Blue Star Region announcement. Congratulations to player Bakda of the Divine Dragon Empire for becoming the first player in the entire Blue Star region to solo a catastrophe tier dungeon. Special announcement. We encourage all players to follow his example and earn generous rewards. Hoan-do stands there, frozen. How is that even possible? He says, face darkening. Let's go. The little girl behind asked, aren't we going in, boss? Fujap stayed calm and unhurried. Since someone else had already cleared the path, there was no need to rush. It was time to wait anyway. At this moment, in the Dragon God Empire, Newbie Village 8888. Foggy Forest, Hell difficulty. Powerful sword strikes were unleashed one after another. 3 Sitch sighed, a bit tired. It's this Bakda again. What kind of talent has he actually awakened? I've been fighting this Goblin King for so long, and I still haven't been able to take it down. Cut to the Dragon God Empire, Newbie Village 9526 million. Trio Huck kept thinking, this Bakda sounds so familiar. Nguyen spoke up, her voice sharp as she brought up someone. Nguyen? Was there someone who used to chase after you? Nguyen guessed, what, are you trying to push me out there again? Trio Huck mocked her. Don't you feel bitter about it? Back then, didn't you enjoy several years of luxury and wealth when you were with Mokbok? If it weren't for this damn 10,000 Worlds game, I would have already reached the pinnacle of my life by now. Mentioning this made Nguyen feel a bit emotional. Bakda, it reminds me of someone. She suddenly remembered he always used that name while gaming. True Huck exclaimed, "Who?" Nu Yen whispered, terrified, to Mok Bok. True Huck insisted, "No way, that guy is definitely dead. I was the one who pulled the plug on his life support myself. Besides, the person using the name Bok Da isn't just to Mok Bok, it's definitely just a coincidence. I then concocted a cunning plan. If it really is that brat, then that would be way too convenient. He likes you so much. You just need to seduce him one more time, isn't that it?" Nu Yen said, feeling mischievous. "That annoying guy," she added confidently. "With my charm, it doesn't matter who he is." Just then, a congratulatory notification popped up. Seeing it, Mok Bok sighed. "As expected of a disaster class, the rewards are truly generous. This time, even with just one drop of blood left, I can still infinitely summon the blood pool." He tapped the inventory button on the system. Suddenly, a surge of spiritual energy swirled and pulled souls into the center of Mok Bok's chest. This was the technique to extract and store death ki from corpses. Each extraction is limited to no more than 5 targets. Cooldown is 30 seconds, no consumption. Casting distance is a maximum of 50 meters. Death ki value is not above 80, level multiplied by 10. Next was the feedback skill. He reached out and projected energy toward a Reggie. With this skill, I can immediately recover my own HP or mana. It can also be used to enhance certain items. Cooldown is 30 seconds, consumes 1 to 80 points of death ki. 1 point of death ki recovers 10 HP or 100 mana. Death ki points enhance the target's primary attributes by 0.5%. Maintained for 60 seconds. After practicing, Mok Bok sighed. Now I don't have to worry about mana consumption anymore. At that moment, a ray of light shot straight into Mok Bok's forehead. He said, "Level up. For now, I can only choose to level up White Drift." At the same time, a notification appeared. Confirm whether to consume resources to upgrade the Feedback Life Absorption skill book by 1 level. Mok Bok confirmed. The system notified, "You have received the Feedback Life Absorption skill book. You have learned a new skill, Death Absorption Feedback." He turned to look at Reggie and muttered, "I'll try it on you first." No sooner had he finished speaking than Mok Bok reached out to draw the death ki from it. The system notified, "You have succeeded. Absorbed 320 points of death ki from the corpse of the Dark Gold boss, Ancient King Reggie." The notification reminded him, "The amount of death ki you have stored has reached its limit. You can continue absorbing after consuming." Seeing this, he wondered, that much? Is it because this guy was an undead creature, so the death ki is relatively concentrated? An item dropped. A mage cloak, Whispers of the Dead. Upper body gear, shoulder armor. Level 10 to 60, increases with player level. Every 5 levels, it upgrades, up to a maximum of level 60. Epic grade item, unidentified. Mok Bok smiled with satisfaction and muttered, "This must be the first epic grade piece of equipment in the Blue Star region, right? Too bad it still needs identifying, and the identification fee definitely won't be cheap. I'll just keep it for now." Suddenly, a thought crossed his mind. Mok Bok sat down right where Reggie was, rubbing his hands together repeatedly, and said, "Let's see if anything else dropped. I'll gather it all up at once and sell it to Fujap Thien Ha. Killed you twice now. If it doesn't drop any good loot, how would that make sense?" Then he shouted, "Jackpot!" A series of items dropped with notifications. You have received 10 gold and 38 silver. You have received 10 grade 1 attribute gems. You have received 3 grade 1 critical hit gems. You have received 5 gold grade items. You have received the dark gold grade item, Necklace of the Dead. You have received the dark gold grade item, Shadow Boots. You have received the dark gold grade item, Bone Sword. You have received the dark gold grade item, Heavy Bone Armor. You have received the C grade skill book, Summon Skeleton Warrior. You have received the C grade skill book, Summon Skeleton Archer. You have received the C grade skill book, Summon Skeleton Mage. You have received the B grade skill book, Aura of the Dead. You have received the B grade skill book, Thunderous Strike. You have received 10 dark gold grade materials, Death Keybone. He exclaimed, "Not bad at all. I really gathered everything Reggie had, didn't I?" The system announced, "Congratulations, you have received 10 dark gold grade materials, Remnant Soul. You have received the quest item, Helen's Crystal Orb. The system alerts you. You currently possess 3 summoner skill books, Summon Skeleton Warrior, Summon Skeleton Archer, and Summon Skeleton Mage. Do you wish to fuse all 3 into a high-level summon skill? Watching the books begin to fuse, Mokbok exclaims in surprise, "They can actually be fused together?" At that moment, a massive surge of spiritual energy erupts in midair. The system notification appears. Mokbok says, "Direct fusion, upgrade." A prompt confirms, "You have learned a new skill, advanced summoning, advanced skeleton summoning. Rank C, active skill. Summons a warrior, an archer, and a mage to fight for you. Cast time, 3 seconds. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Mana cost, 300. Traits. Mutation, 1 warrior. Max HP increased by 500%. Attack power increased by 100%. 2. Locked. 3. Locked. Advanced attribute board, influenced by the player's spirit stat. He rubs his chin and mutters, "So this skill has overwritten the previous ones." The locked sections are probably for the archer and mage. It looks like I'll have to upgrade this skill again. Suddenly, a flurry of notifications pops up. Advanced skeleton summoning target. Please select an upgrade path. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Upgrade to Tier B Advanced Skeleton Summoning. Costs no upgrade. Or upgrade to Tier A Elite Summoning, costing 10,000 gold. Upgrade to Tier S Legion Summoning, costing 1,000 years of lifespan. He doesn't hesitate and hits the upgrade button. He cries out, "Direct upgrade!" A notification appears. Your rank. C Advanced Skeleton Summoning has been successfully upgraded to Rank B. Rank B, active skill. Summons 3. Warrior, Archer, and Mage to fight for you. Cast time, 3 seconds. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Mana cost, 1,000. Mokbok mutters, "This mana cost is seriously no joke." Suddenly, a blue orb appears. Seeing this, Mokbok wonders, "What is this?" The system alerts you. Do you accept the quest Helen's Legacy? Please note, this is an epic-level quest with extreme difficulty. Consider carefully. Accepting Helen's crystal orb will partially unseal it and temporarily make it your equipment. Refuse, and the orb. Helen's crystal orb will tear through space and depart. Searching for the next person fated to hold it. Mokbok reaches his hand toward the orb and speaks in confusion. Is this the reward from the hidden storyline? This quest item? I wonder if it can be upgraded. Without hesitation, Mokbok chooses to upgrade. The system alerts you. Do you accept the quest Dylan's Demise? Please note, this is a legendary level quest with unimaginable difficulty. Consider carefully. Accepting Dylan's crystal orb will partially unseal it and temporarily make it your equipment. Refuse, and Dylan's crystal orb will tear through space and depart. Searching for the next person fated to hold it. Accept! As soon as he shouts it, a violent tremor occurs. A powerful blue dragon appears and roars fiercely. The system displays. Notification. You have accepted the legendary quest, Dylan's Demise. Because your level is too low, please upgrade to level 30 within 1 month to unlock the first quest stage. First, please note, if you do not open the quest in time, you will lose Dylan's crystal orb. Only after unsealing can you know the true name of the artifact, the treasure orb. Accessory. Requires level 200. Legendary grade. Durability. 1,000 out of 1,000. Base stats. Level 5. Magic intensity plus 50. All attributes plus 20. HP plus 1,000. MP plus 2,000. Effects. 1. Magic critical hit plus 20%. Critical damage plus 50%. 2. Sealed state. Effect unknown. 3. Sealed state. Effect unknown. Special state skills will unlock after entering the first quest stage. Witnessing this scene, Mokbok chuckles and exclaims, "The critical damage bonus is insane." He holds his hand in front of the orb, face beaming, and says, "This haul is truly beyond imagination." Having said that, Mokbok turns away. He mutters, "It's time to meet Fugyap Tianha." On the other side, Hoa Duong asks, "Big brother Fugyap, when are we entering the dungeon? The Hong Dobang Heap Guild has been in there for a while." She replies, "No rush, let's wait a bit longer." Just then, Mokbok emerges from the space. Seeing this, Fugyap is overjoyed and calls out, "Bakda! Brother, you're finally out!" Seeing this, he thinks to himself, "Are they waiting here to hand me money?" Afterward, he speaks, "Is everyone still waiting for me?" She whispers to him, "Did you bring the items, or should we trade somewhere else?" Mokbok replies sluggishly, "No need, let's just do it here." Suddenly, he waves his hand in front of him, and several after-images appear. Seeing this, Everyone is shocked. Fujap exclaims, Mokbok, Bokda! Your power is truly terrifying. Internally, she thinks, it seems this Bokda must be an SSS rank talent player. He modestly replies, your talent is what truly makes people admire you. Then Mokbok asks, that's quite a lot of stuff. Can you handle it all by yourself? Fujap confidently replies, don't you worry, that won't be a problem. Right after, the items he takes out pile up, leaving everyone wide-eyed. Huadong speaks up, so much stuff and all our skill books, plus their rank B, I've never even heard of them. Avi also adds, and there's so much equipment too. Fujap says, Bokda, name your price. I'll take it all. Mokbok breaks down the prices. Black iron gear for 5 silver, bronze gear for 20 silver, rank D skill books for 20 gold. Fujiap doesn't hesitate, tosses him a bag of gold and says, no problem, Bokda. You should count this gold. Mokbok quickly catches the gold bag. Fujap asks, Bokda, this time I think you should take out something really high-end, right? He replies, good stuff? Of course I have it, it's just... Mokbok immediately pulled out the high-tier items. Feng Yi, unsure if she had enough money, gasped, gold-grade gear? Whoa, that's insane! So much good gear? Huatong stared wide-eyed. When he mentioned the C-rank skill book, Mokbok waved a hand. Looking at you, I guess you don't have enough cash on you. Fujiap replied frankly, to be honest, I'm a bit short right now. Mokbok said, fine, and I can give you everything now. You can just make up the difference tomorrow. He thought to himself, since I can use the system's trade contract, I don't have to worry about her running off with the debt. He said aloud, bye yeah. Bro, since you're being so straightforward, I won't hold back either. What's the total? Name your price. Mokbok quoted, everything else is negotiable, but this skill book alone is 500 gold. This book is C-rank Resurrection, an active skill that can be used out of combat to revive a target player, reducing death penalties by 50%, excluding lifespan loss. Range is 50 meters, cast time 5 seconds, cooldown 60 seconds, costs 300 mana, and requires the cleric class. Huatong exclaimed upon hearing this. A cleric's resurrection skill? After finishing the trade, Mokbok and Fujap high-fived. She said, deal, it's a success. I'm taking everything, Baye. The remaining gold I'll pay you tomorrow. That okay? He replied, no problem. Watching them leave, Mokbok muttered. I remember the first effect of the God of Wealth talent is being able to shake the money tree once a day to randomly get between 1,999 gold. He analyzed, she's so confident she can pay me 500 gold tomorrow, it must be thanks to the other 2 effects of the God of Wealth talent giving her absolute confidence. Mokbok suddenly called out, right! He asked Fujiap. I recall the first time you beat the bronze rank boss. The reward was 2 soul fate stones, right? Want to make another deal? I guarantee you guys will get the first clear of the Misty Forest on Nightmare difficulty, and you'll even have enough power for Hell mode. After saying that, Mokbok's eyes narrowed as he set the conditions. The condition is? I want the soul fate stones from the first clear of the Misty Forest, plus the ones you already have. Hearing this, she turned to look at Feng Ye and shouted, deal! A while later, Mokbok lay relaxed on the grass, watching the battle unfold. The system notification popped up. Defeated level 10 Wild Buffalo, gained 50% level gap bonus. Experience plus 30. Defeated level 10 Elite Prairie Wolf, gained 50% level gap bonus. Experience plus 150. Defeated level 10 Enhanced Elite Prairie Wolf, gained 50% level gap bonus. Experience plus 450. He closed his eyes and said confidently, so what if I've only got 1 drop of health left? Days are still going fine, and leveling isn't slowing down at all. Moments later, the system announced, congratulations, player Baye. Leveled up to 9. Intelligence plus 1. Skill point plus 1. Free attribute points plus 15. Mokbok stretched and muttered, time to allocate stats. Wonder where that appraiser ran off to. Mokbok stood up, walking forward while saying, I traveled such a long way just to get gear appraised, and now I can't even find a shadow of the guy. The appraiser is just fine. So why go looking for inspiration out here on the prairie instead of staying in his shop? Suddenly, the system alerted him. Your warrior has fallen in battle. The alert continued. The catastrophe trait has been activated. Your warrior has been resurrected in full state within the summoner space. For the next 60 minutes, this warrior cannot trigger the resurrection effect again. Hearing that, he shouted, "What? Killed in an instant again?" Mokbok observed this path ahead and said, "The dried bone warrior has nearly 150,000 health. How could it be hit that hard so quickly? Could it be the appraiser? If I'd known the NPC was this strong, I would have kept a bit more lifespan for myself." Suddenly, a shadow appeared behind him, saying, "Not bad, kid. You actually managed to summon this many piles of scrap bones." That was Huaigen. Looking at his expression, Mokbok thought, "It really is the master appraiser. This speed is terrifying." Huaigen asked, "I'm rarely in a good mood, and I came out for inspiration only to have it ruined by your trash bones. Tell me, how are you going to compensate me?" He quickly replied, Can I compensate you with money?" Hearing that, he snatched the gold pouch and barked, "Do I look like someone who lacks money to you?" Mokbok hesitated. That is, before he could finish, Huaigen threw a scroll at him and said in a deep voice, "I'm not an unreasonable person. I'll take 100 gold and you can keep this painting as a gift. Not everyone can get their hands on my work. Consider yourself lucky." The system announced, "You received Huaigen's painting." Opening it, Mokbok looked at the brushwork and whispered, "This painting. A 3-year-old could draw better than this." But upon hearing his words, Huaigen's face turned icy and dark energy radiated around him. Seeing that, Mokbok quickly waved his hands. "Senior, you misunderstood. I just wanted to calm my mind and wash my hands before carefully reflecting on the deep insights within your creation." Suddenly, he put a hand on Mokbok's shoulder and laughed. "You're not bad, kid. I'm in a good mood today. You have anything that needs appraising? I'll do it for free." He smiled awkwardly. "Really? Then thank you, sir." A moment later, a beam of light appeared in midair. Huaigen looked at the high-tier items, praising him non-stop. "Kid, your strength isn't bad and your luck is even better." I thought to himself, 100 gold coins just for appraising 4 items? I'm taking a huge loss here. Huaigen began chanting incantations over the items. Shadow plate boots, level 10, dark gold grade, durability 200 out of 200, requires 80 strength. 5D constitution, 75 physical defense, 50 magic defense, 800 health, 20 mana, 20 constitution, 10 agility, and 10% movement speed. Associated skill, shadow step. Merge into the shadows, movement speed increases by 60%, damage taken reduced by 10%, lasts for 30 seconds, cooldown 10 minutes. Equipping this automatically unlocks Ghost Step. Bone plate armor, level 10, upgradable 3 out of 3, dark gold grade, durability 200 out of 200, requires 100 strength, 80 constitution, 180 physical defense, 120 magic defense, 1200 health, 15 strength, 25 constitution, reduce physical damage by 100 points, melee counter damage 100 points. Associated skill, bone armor. Summon bone plating to cover the entire body. Effectively increases the damage reduction and counter damage of the plate armor by 300%, lasts 30 seconds. Cooldown 10 minutes. Bone equipment set 1 out of 2. Set effect, 10% attack, 10% physical defense. Not yet activated. Bone spikes protrude, leaving enemies clueless about where to strike. Bone heavy sword, 2-handed, level 10, upgradable 3 out of 3, dark gold grade, durability 200 out of 200, requires 120 strength, 288 attack, 50 strength. Each strike deals 30% area of effect damage. Associated skill, heavy strike. When attacking, there is a certain chance to trigger triple damage. Equipment set. Bone set 1 out of 2. Violence is the ultimate aesthetic. Necklace of the Dead, jewelry, level 10, dark gold grade, durability 200 out of 200, requires 100 spirit, 80 magic power. 500 health, 1000 mana, 30 spirit, 10 constitution, 10 agility. Attacks carry a curse effect, reducing the target's defense by 100 points. Even summoned creatures can trigger the associated skill Dead. The effect of fear-based negative status ailments on you is reduced by 50%. The dead know no fear. Finished, he turned away and remarked, "Usually just one of these items would cost 100 gold coins. You've made a huge profit today. All right, that's enough. Next time, tell your pile of scrap bones to stay away from me. Don't disturb me while I'm looking for inspiration." Mubai looked at the items, overjoyed, and hurriedly called out, "Senior, wait!" Hearing this, Huaigen asked irritably, "You little brat, do you have more dark gold gear that needs appraising?" He cursed inwardly. I really shouldn't have agreed to appraise these for free for this kid. I'm losing so much. Mubai took out a cloak. Seeing that, the old man asked, "You even have an epic grade item? Do you have more?" Mubai laughed and replied, "Just lucky, I guess." Huaigen thought to himself, since the appraisal fee for dark gold items is already this expensive, this one must be even pricier. I should definitely take advantage of this free opportunity while I can. With that thought, he turned to leave. I said it was free, so I definitely won't take your money, but my appraisal skill level is too low. I can't appraise this. Hearing that, Mubai pouted. You can't appraise it? Huaigen explained impatiently. I'm just a part-time appraiser in the starter village. It's only natural that I can't appraise an epic grade item, isn't it? Mubai secretly agreed. That old man actually makes a good point. Suddenly, the old man suggested, Kid, how about I teach you appraisal? Mubai exclaimed happily, thinking to himself, Wait, there's such a good deal? Then I won't have to spend money on appraisals in the future. Huaigen said a condition, but you have to pay tuition. Mubai asked, How much? He held up 5 fingers. Mubai realized and exclaimed, 500? Huaigen took out a gold coin with a dove symbol. This is called an ancient gold coin, he replied. That's right, but it has to be this kind of ancient gold coin. Looking at the gold coin, Mubai speculated, I remember that after gold coins are upgraded, they become ancient gold coins. It seems like the one in my inventory that is upgrading. Isn't that just an ancient gold coin? After speaking, Huaigen leisurely walked away and said, Come find me when you've collected enough. The system notified, Huaigen has added you as a friend. You have received a hidden quest. Collect ancient gold coins. Quest details. Collect 500 ancient gold coins for Huaigen. Quest reward. Receive the sub-profession skill. Basic appraisal. Mubai shouted, Please wait a moment. Hearing that, he asked irritably, What do you want now? In truth, Mubai had already pulled out a bag full of gold coins and said, Senior, look, what is this? Seeing that, Huaigen's eyes widened in shock. He looked at the bag of gold, then at Mubai and stammered, So many ancient gold coins? Not answering, Mubai just smiled smugly and asked, Can you teach me appraisal now? Huaigen threw a book over and laughed heartily. Good kid, you really gave me a huge surprise. Take it. The system congratulated. You have completed the hidden quest, Collect Ancient Gold Coins. Received, Basic Appraisal Skill Book. Immediately after, he leaped into the air and shouted back, Kid, when you have 10,000 ancient gold coins, contact me again. I'll give you another surprise then. A notification popped up. You have received the hidden quest, Collect Ancient Gold Coins 2. Quest details. Collect 10,000 ancient gold coins for Huaigen. Reward. Undetermined. Mubai wore a satisfied smile and muttered, This old man is actually pretty interesting. He even said he'd give me another big surprise. He looked at the book being fed into the system to upgrade and said, A basic appraisal skill still isn't enough to satisfy me. Immediately after, a beam of light shot directly into the center of Mubai's forehead. The system displayed a series of notifications. Congratulations, you have received Intermediate Appraisal. Appraisal. Intermediate. After learning, you will receive Sub-Profession. Intermediate Appraiser. Congratulations, you have changed your hidden sub-profession to Intermediate Appraiser. You have learned a new skill. Intermediate Appraisal. Player, Baya. Subclass. Intermediate Appraiser. Intermediate Appraisal Skill. Intermediate Appraisal does not exceed 10,000 as skill proficiency increases. The success rate of appraisal will be slightly increased. Success rate for dark gold items is 60% and for epic items is 10%. Casting time, 5 seconds. Cooldown, 60 seconds. Mana cost, 1,000 points. Subclass skills do not occupy player skill slots. Holding the cloak in his hand, he wonders. This time it should work, right? But contrary to his thoughts, the system flashes a notification. Appraisal failed. Mokbok helplessly sighs. Failed? Even with a 10% success rate, am I really this unlucky? Mokbok continuously taps the system to appraise, but the notification keeps popping up. Appraisal failed. He says angrily, I don't believe I'll be this unlucky forever. Finally, Mokbok gives up, sits down on the grass and exclaims, This is brutal. Suddenly, the system pops up. Treasure chest detected in the wilderness. He turns his gaze toward the mountain and mutters, Today really is one surprise after another. If it's a treasure chest guarded by a high-level monster, I'm going to be rich. Then he goes to check it out. As Mokbok moves in that direction, he sees the chest placed among a pack of ferocious wolves. Looking at the chest, he smiles, just as I thought. Mokbok summons his demons and orders them, "All right, minions, let's get to work." They immediately rush in to attack the wolves, depleting their stamina significantly. As the smaller wolves fall, the pack leader suddenly lets out a resounding howl. Immediately, a swarm of wolves appears from nowhere. Faced with this scene, Mokbok exclaims, "What the hell is this? A gang up?" He refuses to lose and says, "Then let's see who has more numbers." As soon as Mokbok finishes his sentence, the wolves are sent flying all at once, beaten to a pulp and only able to howl in pain. The wolf falls to the ground, powerless. Seeing this, Mokbok smugly says, "You didn't even have time to call for reinforcements before falling." The system shows a notification. Eliminated level 10, Enhanced Elite Grassland Evil Wolf. Received 50% bonus for exceeding level. Experience plus 450 points. Eliminated level 10 Silver Rank Boss Grassland Wolf King. Received 50% bonus for level difference. Fame plus 36,000. You received 1 gold coin and 38 silver coins. The notification doesn't stop, ringing out again. You received a level 1 agility gem. You received a beginner skill book. Congratulations to player Bakda. Leveled up to 14. Stats plus 1. Skill points plus 1. Free attribute points plus 15. Congratulations on becoming the first player in the Blue Star region to reach level 10 in the game 10,000 Worlds. Received title, Far Ahead. He walks to the treasure chest and mutters, "I wonder if a treasure chest in the wilderness can be upgraded." He happily says, "Let's give it a try." As Mokbok upgrades the chest, a notification pops up, "Upgrade successful." I exclaims, "It worked!" Mokbok shouts, "Activate!" A blinding beam of light erupts. The notification displays, "Detected gold rank treasure chest locked. Do you want to activate it? Activate." Items appear one after another. The system notification jumps. You have received a gold rank equipment. Withered wood staff. You have received a gold rank secret treasure map. He cries out, "Oh, just these 2 items?" Mokbok holds the paper in his hand and keeps shouting, "There's actually another treasure map." The system displays that the paper is a gold rank treasure map. Follow the instructions on the map to find a gold rank treasure chest. Suggestion: do you want to use the treasure map? After using, it will mark the treasure hunting route on the map. System note: the final coordinates of this treasure map are located outside the Novice Village area. It pops up another note. Your level has reached the limit for the Novice Village. Please find the village chief and teleport to your city. Otherwise, you will no longer be able to receive experience points. Hearing this, Mokbok says, "So reaching level 10 means I have to leave the Novice Village, huh? Looks like I can't stay here any longer." He turns around, muttering as he walks. First, go find the village chief, and then think about it. Then he upgrades the treasure map a little. The system notifies, you received a dark gold rank treasure map. Suggestion: the route has been marked. The destination is in the wilderness of Tinla City. Please go to Tinla City to begin the treasure hunt. Hearing that, he exclaims, "Tinla City? Holy crap, that's way too far. Is this going abroad? Looks like I can't get it for now." At this moment, Huan Do strolls out of the space gate. Seeing him, everyone cheers and points. A notification appears. Novice Village 9527 announcement. Congratulations to the Ba Nyep Guild for clearing the Foggy Land dungeon on hard difficulty. This announcement is made so all players can learn from their example. To receive generous rewards. Huan Do speaks up. Get ready. We are about to tackle nightmare difficulty. The system flashes again. Novice Village 9527 announcement. Congratulations to player Fujap Thien Ha for leading the team to clear the Foggy Land dungeon on nightmare difficulty. This announcement is made so all players can learn from their example. To receive generous rewards. Suddenly he screams when he sees Fujap and Ave. What? How did they get to it first? Huan Do bitterly continues, how could they clear nightmare difficulty so fast? Fujap laughs and says, just luck. At this time, a subordinate leaned in and whispered something into his ear. He gritted his teeth and thought to himself, that Bakda, how dare he sell his gear and skill books only to Fujap Thien Ha? Huandu clenched his fists, growling angrily, daring to oppose me? I'll definitely show you. On this side, Fujiap speaks up. Let's regroup a bit. We're going to grind the hell-level dungeon later. Hearing this, AV, Hua Duong, and Fong Diep answer in unison, Understood, boss. The system flashes, grabbing everyone's attention. Blue Star Region announcement. While Huan Do was still throwing angry glances toward Fujiap, The system flashed another notification. Congratulations to player Bakda of the God Dragon Empire for becoming the first player in the Blue Star region to reach level 10. This announcement is made so all players can learn from their example to receive generous rewards. Novice Village 9027 announcement. Because player Bakda has reached level 10, the Novice Village level ranking will be activated ahead of schedule. A ranking table clearly appears. Novice Village 9527 level ranking. Rank 1 Bakda. Level 10, second tier faction Fingya. Level 5, third tier faction Awei. Level 5, fourth tier faction Awake but still sleepy. Level 5, fifth tier faction Fuka Tensha. Level 5, sixth tier faction Len Huatong. Level 5, seventh tier faction Hong Tu Bangip. Level 5, eighth tier guild Bangip. Level 5, ninth tier guild Chicken Flavored Rice Cake. Level 5, 10th tier guild White Snow Milk. Level 5 guild Bangip follows right after. Wang Tu turned around to leave and grumbled, "Don't get too cocky, just wait and see." Huatong spoke up with an admiring expression. "Boss, that guy Bai Ye is leveling up way too fast." Feng Ye agreed, saying, "That's right. It's like he's riding a rocket." Awei added, "Before the trade, he was only level 8 while we were level 5. At that moment, Fu Cha was analyzing in her heart. If he already got the Soul Fate Stone, it's better to just give it to him as a gift. Someone like this, maintaining a good relationship is still very necessary. She started to teleport and said, "Let's split up for now. I'm heading back for a trip." Everyone shouted in unison, "Got it!" Upon arriving and meeting Mubai, Fucha happily called out, "Brother Bai Ye." She handed him a money bag and said, "This is the first reward for completing the mission. You've received 10 primary Soul Fate Stones. Don't forget about me if you have good items later on." Mubai replied, "You're too kind." The two shook hands. Fucha said confidently, "Don't worry. Regarding the price, I will definitely make you satisfied." Mubai also replied boldly, "All right. As long as you have the money, there certainly won't be a lack of good items." A notification popped up. Your contract with Fuka Tensha has been established. After the contract succeeded, she smiled, thinking to herself, as expected. Mubai also turned to leave, not forgetting to instruct, "Contact me once you leave the beginner village." Scanning the surroundings for a long time, he still thought, keeping a good relationship with her is the right move. Looking at a house, Mubai muttered, "This must be the place." Just then, the village chief arrived and said, "I didn't expect someone to descend and reach level 10 so quickly." He replied, "Village chief, I want to leave the beginner village." The old man led Mubai inside and said, "Very well, this is the God-forbidden land. Sooner or later it will belong to the descenders. Follow me, all of you." The village chief pointed to a light zone and told him to step inside. Our village is part of the East Sea region. A map and an image of a castle appeared. This is one of the 10 main cities. A first-tier major city in the Divine Dragon Empire. It is also the most prosperous coastal city in the empire. As he entered the center of the light, his entire body was enveloped by energy rings. He continued, "Reaching the East Sea region is the real beginning." "Thank you, village chief," he replied. "If fate allows, I will return to repay this kindness." After finishing, the village chief leisurely walked away with his cane and sighed. Stepping outside, he muttered, "The chaos of the God-forbidden land is coming soon. This time, I wonder how many people will die." Cutting to another scene, Nu Yen and Trio Hook were walking together. He spoke, "It's him again." Trio Hook asked Nu Yen, "Is that guy Bai Ye really to Mubai?" Hearing this, she said dismissively, "Why bother with him?" Then, Nu Yen put on a seductive look and said, "If he's that strong, I only need to meet him, and he will absolutely not escape from my grasp." At this moment, Mubai had been teleported to the East Sea region. He marveled, "This world is way too realistic." Mubai walked around, muttering, "Leaving the beginner village didn't even net me a single reward." A notification appeared. The Death Bible level has increased to level 10. Seeing this, Mubai exclaimed, "Oh, the Death Bible leveled up to 10 too?" The book's information appeared clearly. Death Bible. Special item for the exclusive profession of Bai Ye. Cannot be dropped, cannot be damaged, cannot be traded. Can be summoned or retracted at will. Level 10. Follows the character. Basic attributes. Magic power plus 300. All attributes plus 100. Damage dealt to undead creatures increased by 100%. Your summoned creatures also receive this effect. Special effect, Soul Absorption. You and your summoned creatures will absorb a portion of the target's soul power after killing them. Wild monsters, after being slain by you, the respawn time will double, and players defeated by you will suffer double the penalty, including lifespan. Current soul points, 0. Consuming 1,000 soul points. Will grant you a second chance. Unlocking the Death Bible after level 30 will trigger the second special effect. This is a rule book that only you are permitted to view. After meeting the requirements, you can learn exclusive skills of the Death Sovereign from this book. After reading, he marveled, "The penalty for death is doubled, and I can learn exclusive skills? This is somewhat interesting." Mubai opened the book, and a series of characters were absorbed into his mind. A notification popped up. You have learned a new skill, Death Gaze. He clutched his head and complained, "This damn feeling of impending death." The system explained, Death Gaze, SSS rank. Level 1, not exceeding level 50. Active skill. Stare at the target, burning their soul. Skill effect 1. Deals true damage equal to 50% of magic power every second. Lasting for 10 seconds. 2. Creatures being stared at will be continuously affected by fear. 3. All creatures with lower health than you will have 20% of all attributes reduced as soon as they are targeted. This effect depends only on health and cannot be mitigated by any resistance. 4. Creatures killed by Death Gaze will suffer extreme pain. After respawning, they will enter a weakened state with all attributes reduced by 40% for 12 hours. Instant cast. Cooldown 60 seconds. Consumes up to 5% of mana points. After releasing, no need to keep channeling. Attack range 100 meters. Where your gaze falls, death follows. After reading, Mubai's eyes widened as he shouted, "True damage every second, plus damage upgrades and doubled attack range? Death Gaze, doesn't this mean a single look kills anyone? This is way too broken." Suddenly, a silhouette stepped out from the space portal and said, "I didn't expect that among the Descenders, someone could actually awaken this power. Kid, you are very lucky, but also very unlucky. Who's there?" Seeing this, Mubai respectfully bowed. "City Lord Tudo, greetings." Tudo spoke, "As expected, the power of death. You have changed your class to the Death Sovereign profession. That kind of profession shouldn't even exist in the Forbidden Zone." A sudden surge of power wrapped around Mubai's arm. He marveled to himself, "Whoa, he saw right through my hidden class?" He took out an item and said, "It's a pity. Once you take that path, it will be much harder for you than for other Lord classes." "Oh? What do you mean by that, old man?" "Consider this my test for you. Pass it, and I'll give you some information regarding the Death Lord." A series of notifications popped up. You have received the quest item, Medal of the Forgotten. You have accepted the epic quest, Situji's Trial. Quest objectives: clear the land of the Forgotten and reach 100% exploration. Failure penalty, none. Mubai looked at the item. Failure penalty? None? Could it be? Wait, an epic quest? Seriously? Looking up, he saw Situji had already vanished. The item began to vibrate. The system displayed a countdown, 4 minutes and 58 seconds until teleportation. Land of the Forgotten. He gasped in shock. Are you kidding me? A 5-minute countdown? You're not even giving me time to prepare. I was planning to socket some gems into my gear too. Mubai looked bewildered. Is there anyone kind enough to tell me where the teleportation array for the Land of the Forgotten is? A moment later, he was transported to a desolate, barren land. System notification: you have entered the Land of the Forgotten. The epic quest, Situji's Trial, has officially begun. Clear the Land of the Forgotten within 72 hours and reach 100% exploration. Mubai exclaimed, 72 hours to clear this place? He summoned his skeletons. All right, time to summon the squad. Otherwise, I won't feel safe. From a swirling vortex of light, several skeletons flew out. This is a bone mage. Spirit, 5,080. Agility, 5,080. Physique, 5,080. Health, 20,640. Magic power, 10,160. Physical defense, 1,693. Skill, Fireball, rank 9. Casts a fireball at the target, dealing fire magic damage equal to 220% of magic power. Cast time, 1.5 seconds. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Mubai chuckled, delighted. Nice, now I've got minions with fireball. The firepower just got a major upgrade. Suddenly, hordes of skeletons began rising from the ground below. He puzzled, "What the hell is that?" Witnessing the scene, he blurted out, "The whole town turned into this? There can't possibly be this many, can there?" Their info popped up. Skeleton, level 201, common. Health, 5,000 out of 5,000. Attack, 210. Physical defense, 120. Magic defense, 80. Soulless creature. These are everywhere in the land of the forgotten. He exclaimed again, "Wait, they're all level 200? Seriously?" Regaining his composure, Mubai waved his hand and ordered, "Squad, attack!" A moment later, a notification appeared. Killed level 200 skeleton. Received 50% level gap bonus. Experience plus 30. Superior lead activated. Received additional experience plus 6. Seeing this, Mubai wondered, why is the experience for these level 200 monsters even worse than the level 10 boars? Luckily, there were plenty of them. System notification. Killed level 200 skeleton. Received 50% level gap bonus. Experience plus 30. Superior lead activated. Received additional experience plus 6. A thought crossed his mind. He muttered, "Let's test out my new skill." Death Gaze. Mubai immediately activated the Death Gaze skill. A powerful surge of spiritual energy burst forth, blasting the skeletons away. The damage was immense. System notification. Killed level 200 skeleton. Received 50% level gap bonus. Experience plus 30. Superior lead activated. Received additional experience plus 6. He kicked a skull aside and said, "That's done." Wait, these were all skeletons with souls? Mubai rubbed his hands excitedly. "In that case, I won't hold back. First, let me restore my mana by absorbing the death aura." "But inside the death codex, the current soul point count is 0. Mukba muttered, confused. "What's going on? I clearly haven't collected any souls yet." Suddenly, a voice echoed, "This is the land of the forgotten. When we were alive, we all suffered a curse. Our souls have long been imprisoned in this place." He jumped in surprise. "Who's there?" An entity appeared and introduced himself. "I am Lade, one of the forgotten." Lade, the forgotten. Special elite, soul form, level 20. Health, 100,000 out of 100,000. Soul form, immune to physical damage. Exploration progress, 10%. He sighed and asked, "What do you mean by a curse?" Lade broke out in a sweat. I explained, "You can't obtain souls unless you can lift the curse." Mubai asked, bewildered, "How do I lift the curse?" He pointed forward toward a pillar of light. That is, there stood a rotting coffin, and inside, a grotesque shape was sealed away. Mubai exclaimed, "That looks terrifying!" Walking over to take a look, he said, "Even my minions are scared of this? What's so strange about this coffin?" System notification. Soul-locking coffin. Shield value, 1 million out of 1 million. Physical defense, 1,000. Magic defense, 1,000. Notification. You have discovered a soul-locking coffin. Exploration. Plus 2%. Destroying the soul-locking coffin will increase it by 3%. Notification. Destroying the soul-locking coffin will release a terrifying entity. Proceed with caution. Lade shouted. "It's right here!" "Destroy it," he said calmly. "A terrifying entity? Let's see just how scary it really is." Mubai ordered his bone mages, "You guys, smash it to pieces for me!" They immediately attacked this coffin, trying to break the chains. Under heavy assault, its health slowly began to drain. As the coffin shattered, the Soul King screamed, "It's out! It's coming out!" A grotesque figure emerges, the Forgotten One, new. He's a level 20 dark gold boss with 1.5 million HP, 12,800 magic intensity, and 1,500 physical defense. Magic defense is 2,100 with 20% ice element resistance. His skills include Bone Ice Magic Chain and Dark Curse Magic Chain. It looks like he was trying to turn himself into a lich, but clearly, he half failed. New shouts in rage, "You outsider! You've ruined my transformation!" Later clutches his head in fear, screaming, "Run away!" Newest sneers, "Your body is overflowing with such dense death aura. Just by absorbing the energy inside you, I'll surely complete my transformation." Mokbok calmly replies, "Absorb me? Who taught you how to say that?" He commands his skeleton mage and skeleton squad, "Go! Get him now!" The whole group charges into battle. New raises his arms to block, completely unfazed. He casually pulls out an arrow and says, "To think so many skeletons would appear." New waves his hand violently. shattering the skeletons, roaring, "Watch me crush them all!" Arrows keep raining down. Nu is slightly surprised, but he's already gathering immense energy. As the attacks hit, he holds up his hand, forming a shield. "Ice barrier," he shouts, then asks, "Who the hell are you? How can you summon so many powerful undead creatures?" Nu's eyes flash with angry blue flames, and he yells, "Summon! Come forth!" "My servants." The system displays. Grudge level 20, 150,000 HP, 1,960 attack, 800 physical defense, 700 magic defense. Skill, Iron Hook attack. Plague Mist. This ugly creature is stitched together from all sorts of corpses. The demons start crawling out of the ground, surrounded by dark energy. These are level 20 carrion ghouls with 80,000 HP. Attack 1,580. Physical defense 500. Magic defense 420. Skill, Bite. These undead creatures always reek of rotting flesh. Seeing this, Mokbok covers his nose and complains, "Why does it smell so bad?" He mutters angrily, "Looks like I'll have to let you taste my new skill. Death Gaze." As the ultimate move hits, Nu freezes. The system announces, "You have used Death Gaze on the Forgotten One, Nu. Judgment. Your life level is higher than the opponent's. The Forgotten One, Nu, has all stats reduced by 40%. Mokbok thinks to himself, "Could this Death Lord class be the reason my life level increased?" Weakened, Nu drops to his knees, screaming in disbelief. How is this possible? No! Mokbok turns away coldly and commands, "Skeleton Squad, clear out this trash immediately." They rush in to destroy the carrion ghouls standing before Nu. He declares loudly, "Take them all out for me!" The boss's stats continue to drain, causing him to howl, "No, I cannot be forgotten!" As Nu slowly fades away, the system chimes. Defeated level 20 Dark Gold boss, the Forgotten One, Nu, received 50% extra EXP, total EXP plus 750,000, Transcendence effect active, bonus EXP plus 150,000. Congratulations, player White Knight, you have leveled up to 12. Strength plus 1, skill point plus 1, free attribute point plus 15. Mokbok looks surprised but excited. Is that it? Done already? Not bad. Straight to level 12 in one go, and now, the system announces again. You have obtained a dark gold item. Cursed Crown Fragment 1. He holds the glowing fragment in his hand. Cursed Crown Fragment, 1 out of 7. Dark gold item. Collecting all Cursed Crown fragments will automatically restore it. The wearer will suffer a curse where death energy consumes them at all times. Hearing this, Mokbok looks disappointed. Small monsters don't drop loot, and this boss is so stingy, even making me collect pieces. But whatever, it's a dark gold shard. Once restored, it's bound to become a set piece. Forget the corpses, just pick it up. Suddenly, Later pops out from nowhere, yelling and startling him. You're too strong! You actually helped Nu find release. Let's go quickly and save the next one. Hai immediately gets into a ready stance. Follow me, it's just ahead. It's just that this time it might not be that easy. Mokbok wonders, huh? You mean there's another one? Hearing that, he pouts. What's that supposed to mean? If it's too hard, I'm not going. Seeing Mokbok's annoyed expression, Later quickly reassures him, don't worry. He flies over and offers a scroll. I have a skill book here for you. He asks, a skill book? Why didn't you take it out earlier? As soon as he opens it, the system sounds off. Corpse Explosion, C rank, level 1, active skill. Detonate the corpse or remains of a target. Deals magic damage to all enemies within a 5-meter radius. Cannot be used on boss corpses. Damage 10% of target's life. When alive, plus 100% of magic intensity. Casting range 30 meters. Instant cast. Cooldown 30 seconds. Costs 300 energy. Mokbok's pupils dilate with excitement. Corpse Explosion? Looks like an area of effect damage skill. Great, let's try upgrading it and see. Seeing his resources pour in, he's thrilled. Upgrade successful. Your C rank skill, Corpse Explosion, has successfully upgraded to B rank, Advanced Corpse Explosion. Advanced Corpse Explosion, B rank, level 1, active skill. Detonate the corpse or remains of a target, dealing magic damage to all enemies within a 10-meter radius. Cannot be used on boss corpses. Damage, 15% of target's life when alive, plus 150% of magic intensity. Casting range, 50 meters. Instant cast. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Costs 600 energy. Immediately, Mokbok tests it on Nu's remains. In a blink, A massive explosion erupts in front of him, sending dust flying. He can't help but exclaim, "Is it really that powerful? And the range is huge, too!" Beside him, Later can't hide his excitement. "White Knight, you are the strongest man I have ever seen. You truly are an invincible existence." Mok Bok replies, "I don't trust your devilish words, but at least I finally have an AoE damage skill. This time my grinding speed is definitely going to skyrocket. Let's go!" An hour later, Mok Bok is ready for battle. This Forgotten Land map is really huge. His eyes sharpen triumphantly. "Counting you, that makes exactly the 7th one." In the next second, Mok Bok uses his move, leaving Walter no time to react. "Corpse explosion!" He lets out a shrill scream. "No! This is impossible! No one can kill the Forgotten Ones! You will pay a heavy price!" With just one hit, Walter falls, dropping a fragment, just as Mok Bok bends down to pick it up. All 7 shards have been collected. Let's see what kind of gear this crafts. Suddenly, from afar, Leduc screamed in panic, "Don't craft that cursed thing! It will corrupt you!" But it was too late. He had already finished combining all the shards. "What are you rambling about?" he muttered, looking at the man who seemed on the verge of a breakdown. "It's done." Just then the system chime rang incessantly. "You have obtained legendary grade item, Cursed Crown. Suggestion, crown restoration successful. Current exploration level, 50%. Mok Bok held the crown in his hands and mused. As expected, once the shards are upgraded, the item's tier rises by 1 level. But this 50% exploration rate means there are still other monsters around. Leduc kept warning, "Mok Bok, throw it away. Otherwise, the death energy will corrupt you, and you'll end up just like them, a mindless walking corpse." Losing patience, he ran over and shook his shoulders. "Mok Bok! Why are you still just standing there? Throw it away!" At that moment, the system chimed again. "You are suffering from death energy corruption via the Cursed Crown." Both Mok Bok and Leduc panicked. What is this? Is there really something even more terrifying out there? From the ground, magical energy surged, bringing forth the skeleton squad into a defensive stance. Leduc screamed in sheer terror, "It's him! It's him!" The system announced, "The breath of the Cursed Crown has awakened the Lich Franklin, who was slumbering beneath the Forgotten Land." Leduc warned, "He is the one who cursed us. He turned this place into the Forgotten Land. Mok Bok, I beg you, please help me kill this beast, Franklin. I'm willing to trade everything for it." A system panel appeared. Mayor of Chan Lak Nyat, Roger's remaining soul. Elite Special Spirit Form, Level 20. Health, 100,000 out of 100,000. Skill, Soul Possession. Possession, increases target's primary stats by 20%. Spirit Form, immune to physical damage. Roger remembered everything now. He used to be the mayor of Chan Lak Nyat. Now I'm the only remnant of a soul left. It seems this NPC is actually on my side. Mok Bok nodded. "Fine, I'll help you." While Mok Bok was distracted, the soul lunged straight into his forehead. "You have accepted a unique hidden quest. Quest objective, slay Lich Franklin. Quest reward, unknown. You have received the blessing of the soul. Possession, mental stats increased by 20%. Leduc cheered. "Thank you. Franklin is terrifyingly powerful, but I will do my best to fight alongside you." Amidst the thick magical energy, Franklin appeared. The Forgotten One, Franklin. Frost Lich, level 20. Status, heavily wounded. Tier dropped to Epic Boss. Health, 15 million out of 15 million. Magic power, 48,000. Physical defense, 5,000. Magic defense, 8,000. Elemental resistance, ice, 35%. Shadow, 30%. Death, 25%. Skills, various shadow and death magic spells. Standing before them was a true lich. Although his soul was severely wounded, he was not to be underestimated. He levitated, his magic covering the entire sky. "You pathetic wretch, so you actually survived after all these years? I can sense the power of the restored crown." Franklin reached out, his voice hoarse. "This cursed power." He stretched out his hand and commanded, "Come here, my crown, return to your master." Suddenly, he looked incredibly shocked. "This is impossible. Why is my crown not obeying my call?" Mok Bok smirked triumphantly. "Quit your rambling. It's in my hands now. Why would it listen to you?" Without hesitation, he placed it on his head. "I'm wearing it right now. See if it fits?" The system panel appeared. Cursed Crown, headpiece. Level 10 to 120. Legendary grade. Durability, 1,000 out of 1,000. Equip requirement, the Forgotten One, Franklin. Lord of Death can ignore this requirement. Forced equipment. After killing the opponent, equipment requirements will return to normal. Base stats. Level 15. Physical defense plus 100. Magic defense plus 200. Health plus 2,000. Mana plus 4,000. All stats plus 75. Bonus stats. 1. Spirit plus 10%. 2. Cursed resistance plus 30%. 3. The wearer will suffer constant death energy corruption. Skill. Cursed Might. Passive. All your spells will have a random curse effect, applying 2 types of curses to the target for 5 seconds. Cooldown. 5 seconds. Skill. Cursed Aura. Aura type. Once activated, the speed of all enemies within a 100-meter radius is reduced by 30%, including but not limited to attack speed, movement speed, and cast speed. Consumes 200 mana per second. No cooldown. Cursing is an art. Seeing this, Franklin couldn't hide his rage and shouted, "Appear, Shadow Knights! They are Shadow Knights, level 20, summoned creatures, health, 200,000 out of 200,000, attack, 6,800, physical defense, 1,800, magic defense, 1,800. Skills, Shadow Charge, Shadow Might, Shadow Shield." Mukbok remained extremely calm. So, an epic boss's legion is indeed superior to a gold-tier boss's legion. There are so many of them. Looking for backup? Well then, let's give it a try. Skeleton Squad, charge! Every time the Shadow Knights attacked, his skeleton squad blocked them. The two sides clashed continuously, kicking up clouds of dust. That wasn't the end of it. Mukbok continued to use his cursed aura. Large whirlpools appeared around him, wiping out enemies and reducing their speed by 30%. Don't even mention riding horses. Even if you were driving a car, you'd be moving like a snail. Franklin gritted his teeth in anger. Damn you! On the other side, Mukbok laughed sinisterly. Currently level 15. With 2 pieces of legendary gear and the Death Grimoire, my stats have increased significantly. Compared to when I first arrived in the Forgotten Land, my power now, it's nearly doubled, but it's a shame this cursed crown can't be upgraded. Provoked, he struck again. You humans are asking for death, he spat. The boy simply replied, as if I'd ever give you the chance to catch your breath. The boy's eyes gleamed with smug triumph. How about you taste this? Just then, the system notification chimed. You have used Death's Gaze on Franklin the Forgotten. Judgment. Your life level is higher than the target's. You have cast Curse of Agony on Franklin the Forgotten. Deals 100% of spell power as shadow damage per second for 5 seconds. After being defeated, Franklin, he seemed unable to believe it. No, that's absolutely impossible. His whole body trembled with pain and agitation. Who exactly are you? The boy's expression darkened and he answered mysteriously, You don't need to know my name. Then he bolted away, infuriating Franklin. You hateful human! How dare you insult a great lich! Still refusing to yield, he attacked again. Whoever you are, today you will be buried in this forgotten land. A magic sphere engulfed him and lifted him into the whirlwinds. The vortex shredded everything in its path. Franklin poured all his mana into obliterating the area. Kill this human! Claim his power! He reached out and roared, Come forth at once! Nearly every creature appeared. Undead minions and the bone dragon, Kakus. Level 20. Status, severely injured. Level reduced. Epic rank boss. HP, 20 million out of 20 million. Attack, 12,000. Physical defense, 10,000. Magic defense, 6,000. Death element resistance, 30%. Skills, Bone Prison, Hell of White Bones, Death Storm. Bone Dragon Kakus appeared. Current exploration, 90%. Even the boy had to marvel. Summoning even a bone dragon? Seriously? No wonder this challenge from the Lord of East Sea City is so difficult. While he was distracted, the monsters attacked instantly, but the boy blocked the blow. Reinforce! Hold your ground! Seeing this, the lich could hardly believe his eyes. No, this is absolutely impossible. A mere skeleton warrior. How could it withstand my bone dragon? At this moment, the boy felt a bit uneasy. The skeleton warrior's strength has increased by 640%, plus damage. Critical hits, and double damage against undead from the Death Codex. It's actually dealing millions in damage? This is terrifying. The system prompts chimed incessantly. Response. Death absorption. Notification. You have exhausted all death key to reinforce the skeleton warrior's main stats by 640%. A moment later, the system spoke again. Notification. You have been eroded by the death key of the cursed crown. Death key plus 10. The boy was skeptical. Collecting death key again? Isn't this just a portable power bank? But a second later, his gaze sharpened dangerously. Next, I'll make you regret this. On the other side, Franklin was still striking madly, cursing, "Damn human, this is my cursed crown!" Not stopping there, he slammed his staff into the ground and used the Hell Ice skill. Franklin channeled his power toward the boy, sending him flying. He laughed with satisfaction. "Take this deathlight strike. With the frail body of a human, you're certainly dead." But when he saw the boy still standing unscathed, Franklin panicked instantly. "No, this is impossible! You actually learned life share?" He lashed out again, frantic. "Life share, huh? It's not like there are no openings." Franklin raised his staff, creating a rose made of death magic. Each time a ray of light hit the ground, another monster appeared. "Bone prison!" In a flash, the boy was surrounded by them. "Hell of white bones!" The boy's pupils dilated, sweat pouring down. Trying to use an AoE skill to break my life share? But very quickly, the boy took a combat stance. "I'll just recall the non-reinforced skeletons into my summoning space. Let's see how you break this." He calculated quickly. To capture the bandits, catch their leader first. He went straight for the kill. This scene caught Franklin by surprise. With every passing second, the boy's points were being drained, but he just gritted his teeth. Just a little longer, almost there. After a while, the Lich slumped to the ground, roaring, "You hateful human, you've lost!" Yet the boy hadn't suffered a single scratch. "Lost? Are you joking?" The system prompted, "Consume death key to reinforce me." Franklin could only try to flee. "No!" He looked at the creature about to devour him and screamed, "This can't be!" But before he could escape, Franklin dissipated. Then the system echoed. "You have destroyed the physical form of Franklin the Forgotten. Gained 70% experience bonus. Total experience plus 12.75 million. Congratulations, player White Knight! Level up to 17. All attributes plus 1. Skill points plus 1. Free attribute points plus 15. The monsters vanished one by one as the system announced, defeated epic boss level 20, Bone Dragon Kakus. Gained 70% experience bonus. Total experience plus 25 million. Congratulations, player White Knight, leveled up to 19. All attributes plus 1, skill points plus 1, free attribute points plus 15. Congratulations, you are the first player in the Blue Star region to solo an epic boss. Rewards, main attributes plus 100, skill points plus 50, intermediate soul stones plus 50. The boy's entire body began to recover. Leveled up to 19 in one go and got 50 soul stones. This is amazing. He squeezed the shards in his hand and marveled. They all upgraded into high-level soul stones. Now I don't have to worry about running out of lifespan. Mubai's body slowly regained its strength. He leveled up to 19 in one go and even got 50 soul stones. "Awesome!" he exclaimed, clutching the shards tightly in his hand. They all leveled up into high-grade soul stones. With this haul, there's no need to worry about lifespan anymore. The system announces that the upgrade was successful. You have received 50 superior soul fate stones, a special item that, when absorbed, increases your lifespan by 1 year. Mubai becomes even stronger with every moment. You have absorbed 50 superior soul fate stones, increasing your lifespan by 55 years, totaling over 51 years. He looks incredibly excited. The final age crisis has finally been resolved. Elsewhere, the system sounds an announcement across the Blue Planet region. Congratulations to player Baiyi of the Dragon God Empire for becoming the first player in the Blue Planet region to solo an epic-level boss. The announcement encourages players to learn from this to receive rich rewards. The girl exclaims, "Soloing an epic boss triggered another announcement." Fujia also sighs in admiration. As expected of the legendary Baiyi, looks like I really need to cling to this powerhouse. Beside him, Oi chimes in, "We haven't heard from Baiyi for an entire night. I was starting to get used to not hearing his notifications. Now it feels much better." Just then, Xiaoshu looks around and says, "Ruyan, it seems we must quickly leave the novice village to go meet this Baiyi person and see what he's about." Ruyan also looks smug. He is indeed quite impressive, but as long as he is a man, even if it's Baiyi or Sumubai, they will all have to kneel at my feet. Just then, Mubai's eyes light up when he spots something. A necklace appears as the system chimes. You have obtained the special epic item, the Dragon Skull Necklace. The Dragon Skull Necklace, a special epic tier item. Use this item to receive an epic tier mount, the Undead Bone Dragon. Seeing this, he becomes extremely excited. Holy crap, this dragon skull necklace is insane! With this, I can finally ride an epic tier flying mount. Wait, if I upgraded a bit, wouldn't it? The system announces repeatedly, upgrade successful. You have obtained the special legendary item, the bone-chilling horn. The bone-chilling horn, a special legendary tier item. Blow into it to receive a legendary tier mount from the spirit realm, the bone-chilling dragon. Mubai can't stop exclaiming, "This is just too awesome!" Afterward, he tries blowing the horn. Every sound it emits creates magic power, which surprises even Mubai. That's a thick aura of death. Suddenly, a creature appears in front of him, followed by a roar. "Ignorant human!" The bone-chilling dragon crawls out from a portal and asks, "You are the one who summoned me? How are you this week?" But right after that, it becomes unable to move, leaving him bewildered. That is the punishment of the purifying light. Mubai falls backward repeatedly and yells, "Purifying light! Don't you dare touch me!" But the bone-chilling dragon suddenly becomes docile. "Master!" It kneels before him in a submissive posture. "I am willing to be your mount." The system sounds again, initializing your mount space. You have obtained the legendary tier mount, the bone-chilling dragon. At this moment, the system announces across the Earth region, "Congratulations to player Baye of the Dragon God Empire for obtaining a mount. The Earth region mount leaderboard is now open earlier than expected." The dragon automatically shrinks and climbs onto his shoulder. "A mount leaderboard for the Earth region?" He smirks smugly. "A mount leaderboard? Does that mean there are also skills?" As soon as he speaks, the system board appears. Rank 1 Baye. Bone-chilling dragon. Legendary tier mount. Rank 2, none. Rank 3, none. Mubai looks at the creature on his hand and wonders, is this the true power of a creature? Of mythic grade? Cutting to another location, everyone is panicked upon seeing the announcement. There's actually a mount leaderboard? Someone can't help but exclaim, "Oh my god, the great master Baye!" And it's a mythic grade bone-chilling dragon. The person next to him chimes in, "I suspect Baye doesn't even live in the same game world as us." Suddenly, he walks over and says, "Hey, stop comparing yourselves to Baye. I just met a guy, he's only level 3, and he even has an S-grade talent." He also laughs in relief. "If you say that, then I feel much better. That group, despicable villains. Their money is worthless here. That's right." Cutting back to Mubai, Lade is running over frantically. "Lord Baye, I have sensed the location of the life box," he asks curiously. "Where is it?" The old man quickly points ahead. "It's over there, follow me." Then, Mubai follows Lade's lead. Ahead, an item appears. Franklin's life box. Epic tier item. Durability 1 million out of 1 million. This is a life-saving treasure meticulously crafted by Franklin during his peak. It contains his soul fire. As long as the life box remains intact, the warlock will never die. He picks it up and can't help but exclaim, "That's crazy! 1 million durability!" The next second, Lade suddenly shouts, "Lord Baye, I want to personally deal with this guy!" But Mubai quickly rejects him. "Relying on you? You are just a stray wisp of a soul. What could you possibly do to me?" I unhesitatingly snatches the life box. "The people you swallowed will let you know what your end will be. Franklin, your limit is almost here." Leaving him unable to react, no. The next second, Lade cannot hide his emotions as he says, "Thank you for everything you have done for the Luoyang Palace." He bursts into tears as he speaks his final words, "Thank you." As the German vanished, the system notifications rang out incessantly. You have received 1,000 soul points for defeating the level 20 epic boss, Franklin the Forgotten. Received an additional 70% experience points, plus 12,750 experience points. Congratulations to player Bakda for reaching level 24, plus 1 skill, plus 15 attribute points. You have completed the hidden quest Roger's Request and received 1,000 experience points, plus 1,000 gold coins. Exploration progress is now 100%. You have completed the epic level quest Tudo's Challenge. Head back to East Sea City and find Tudo to receive your reward. You have received 1,200 gold coins. You have received 20 level 5 attribute gems. You have received epic level materials. 10,000-year-old ice crystals. You have received 10 primary soul destiny stones. Bakda muttered, "Quest complete. Just hit level 20. Perfect. Let's go. A short while later, Bakda stepped out of the portal at the East Sea City Teleportation Plaza. He couldn't stop smiling with satisfaction. There wasn't a single other player in East Sea City yet. Looks like they haven't even reached level 10 yet. Bakda looked at the Bone Frost Dragon perched on his shoulder. If that's the case, time to test out my mount first. Then he shouted to summon it, "Come out, Bone Frost Dragon!" As the dragon returned to its original form, Bakda said, "Let's go find Tudo and turn in the quest." He stood tall on its back and took flight. Everyone watched in awe as the Bone Frost Dragon flew overhead. Even Tudo, observing from afar, had to exclaim, "This kid is far beyond my expectations." Shortly after, Bakda arrived before the city lord. Immediately, Tudo waved his hand, ordering, "Tell that thing of yours to shrink down." He turned his back and said coldly, "This old man here can't handle all that commotion." Then he led him inside. "It seems your class is not just a simple lord class." Hearing this, Bakda was curious. "What do you mean, sir?" As he sat down, he asked bluntly, "Does the lord class have different tiers?" Tudo replied, "I'm not entirely sure about that myself, but since you passed the test, I will naturally answer your questions." Just then, the system rang out. "You have completed the epic quest, Tudo's Challenge." Bakda thought to himself, "So stingy, there isn't even a quest reward." Then, Tudo gestured and explained in detail. In the world game, classes are divided by rank. 1. Normal class. 2. Hidden class. 3. High-level hidden class. 4. Unique hidden class. And 5. The specialized hidden class. Your Death Lord class is a top-tier specialized hidden class. Normally at this stage, you shouldn't be able to reach the maximum level, because you only get your first chance to break through at level 29. This is the part that confuses me the most. Hearing this, Bakda told himself, "In short, I can't let him know I'm leveling up via the system. That's how I got this far." The old man warned him again, "But don't get excited too soon. The more powerful the class, the harder it will be to break through." Bakda's expression became serious. "I still hope for the City Lord's guidance." Adding a bit more, Tudo said, "This Death Lord class to advance requires you to experience a certain number of deaths." Then he explained it thoroughly. "In the near future, a great war is bound to break out in the Forbidden Land. As the protector of the entire Divine Dragon Empire, I hope you will go to other nations to advance. Conquer this land. Only then will humanity be qualified to truly enter the World Games." Hearing this, Bakda was a bit confused. But the national borders haven't opened yet. Understanding his concern, Tudo quickly gave directions. "Find this person. Then give this letter to him. He will allow you to cross the border." As soon as he held the photo, Bakda recognized it was Hui Gian. At that moment, the system rang out again. "Notification. You have signed a contract with the Divine Dragon Palace. In the future, you can only advance in other nations. If you violate this contract, you will be hunted by the Divine Dragon Palace. If the Divine Dragon Empire unifies the Forbidden Land, then this contract will be nullified." Then the old man stood up to get something. "Once you reach the 3rd stage, I advise you to join the Divine Dragon Palace. Besides that, this old man has a gift for you." Tudo handed it to him and instructed, "With this, your time in East Sea City will be smooth and you won't be stopped." Bakda quickly accepted it. "Thank you, City Lord." He looked at the item in his hand, feeling delighted. East Sea Command 007, a special item. A token crafted by City Lord Tudo himself. Possessing it will make you the owner of Residence 007 in East Sea City. Bakda marveled. "Now I finally own a house in a first-class city." Tudo looked at Bakda and warned him seriously, "Now you just need to take this token, and you can do almost anything you want in East Sea City." This made him wonder, anything at all? The next second, Bakda's pupils sharpened and glowed dangerously. "Can I kill people?" The old man was slightly surprised by the other's question. "Kill people? Who do you want to kill?" He gripped the token in his hand with all his resentment. "There are just a few enemies that need to be dealt with." After finishing the conversation, Bakda mounted the Bone Frost Dragon and flew off. Scene shift to East Sea City. He looked around and sighed. "This is the first time I've really had a chance to observe East Sea City carefully. It's really not small at all. It looks almost as big as the capital of the Divine Dragon Kingdom." When they arrived, it landed for Bakda to jump off. "Must be here." Just then, 2 guards approached and blocked him. Private residence, entry forbidden. But Bakda just lightly tossed the token toward them. One guard picked it up and examined it carefully. This is... Then he tucked his hands into his pockets and walked in nonchalantly. Can I go in now? The two guards bowed respectfully. So it is you, Lord Bakda. You, of course, may enter. Just as he stepped inside, Bakda marveled. The city lord is actually quite generous. Just then, a voice echoed, Would you like to rename it? This made him pause for a moment. It did need a name, didn't it? How about White Knight Garden? Almost instantly, a sign appeared before him. Respected master of the White Knight Garden. Welcome home. Now that the White Knight Garden had become his teleportation and respawn point in East Sea City, Mubai stepped inside directly. No repairs needed. He could just move his belongings in and settle down. Deciding to stay, he quickly flopped onto a soft chair to rest for a bit and learn some new skills. Mubai flipped through the pages of a book, rubbing his chin thoughtfully. Spend 1,000 soul points. In the blink of an eye, he had spent them all. Suddenly, he found a prompt. You have learned a new skill. Leap of the Dead Realm. Leap of the Dead Realm, triple S rank. Passive. Increases your skill limit to over 50 active skills. Void Leap, free activation. Skill 1. Use the Void as a stepping stone to teleport instantly to a designated location and remove negative effects. 2. After teleporting, you will be protected by the power of death, becoming immune. Immune to all damage and negative effects for 3 seconds. 3. Activate the death shield at 2 coordinates. You and designated allied units can pass through them freely. Non-designated units cannot touch the death shield, and their attacks will pass straight through it while the death shield is active. Allies passing through will not die. They can continue to fight even if their life points drop to 0. Instant cast. Leap cooldown, 15 seconds. Cost, maximum 1% mana points. Cast range, less than 200 meters. Death shield cooldown, 120 seconds. Cost, maximum 1% mana points per second, lasting up to 30 seconds. Cast range, less than 500 meters. Reading this, Mubai's eyes lit up. Instant teleportation was exactly the skill he was missing. I didn't waste a single second. He acted quickly. Another triple S rank skill. This was amazing. He wanted to test its efficiency, so he didn't hesitate to step into the teleportation portal. Seeing Mubai appear, the guard was slightly surprised. Lord White Knight? Mubai quickly reassured him. Don't be tense, I'm just testing a skill. At that moment, Mubai's eyes showed clear excitement. Let's see if I can link it with the summoning space. Suddenly, many ferocious-looking monsters appeared before him. This sight left him unable to hide his thrill. It was even more powerful than he had imagined. If it's like this, couldn't I directly command the Undead Legion? Truly invincible. The only downside is that triple S rank skills cannot be upgraded further. Mubai reached out to summon his magical power. First, let's exchange some money. Then, he headed to the shops to look for gemstones. The shopkeeper waved happily. Handsome if you find any more gemstones later. Feel free to come find me anytime. At every shop he visited, Mubai found more items. He walked down the street feeling thoroughly satisfied. Not bad. Buying level 3 to 4 stones, upgrading them once, then reselling them. I've already made over 200,000. I really am a profiteer. Next, let's go to the auction house to see if they have anything good. With that, Mubai headed toward a certain place. Stepping into the magnificent palace, he looked extremely pleased. One look and you knew this was a place for spending money. Suddenly, Shoyu appeared and blocked Mubai's path. Excuse me, sir. The second floor is the area reserved for the auction. She pointed at a sign and said, You need to purchase an admission ticket to go up. He read the instructions once and calculated to himself, the cheapest one costs 1,000 gold coins, while the most expensive reaches 100,000. Just how expensive must the items auctioned here be? Then Mubai produced his token. Does this get me a discount? Seeing this, Shoyu quickly realized, So you're a distinguished guest of the city lord. Almost immediately, she handed him a card. Mr. White Knight, this is your card. Please accept it. VIP card number 007. Whenever an auction starts at the East Sea Auction House, you will receive a notification. You can use your VIP card to teleport directly to VIP room 007. Mubai was slightly surprised. For free? Shoyu replied, Of course. The East Sea Auction House is the property of the city lord, so you will be treated as a VIP guest whenever you arrive. Then she added, You will enjoy a 50% discount on handling fees for your consigned and auctioned items. Additionally, if you are short on funds at the auction, we can provide you with an interest-free loan of up to 10,000 soul coins. The more he heard, the more surprised Mubai became. Soul coins? He asked. What is the exchange rate between soul coins and gold coins? Show you immediately gave a thorough explanation. Normally, one soul coin is equivalent to 10,000 gold coins. Each soul coin contains a small amount of time energy, equivalent to 1 hour of lifespan, and it requires a special method to refine. Soul stones are forged by powerful individuals using time energy, which was originally extracted from soul coins. Hearing this, Mubai secretly marveled. It seemed that in the forbidden land of gods, soul coins were the only currency that truly had value. Immediately after, he asked persistently, "Can these items be auctioned? And can we use soul coins for transactions?" She replied happily, "Of course you can. According to experience, each level 1 gemstone is equivalent to 9 to 10 soul coins. The auction house will charge a 10% commission fee on the total value. For the auction, you only need to pay 5%. Not even a second later, Mubai decisively said, "Auction all of these items for me, and make all transactions in soul coins." Shoyu replied, "Certainly. I will go arrange it right away." Just then, a sound echoed. You have a new message." He quickly paused. There was a new message from outside. A group of people was stepping out from the teleportation portal. Huatang looked around, unable to hide his excitement. "Is this East Sea City? Where should we go to meet Lord White Knight?" Suddenly, Wei cheered when he saw a bone dragon fly past. "Look quickly! That's a dragon!" He also quickly realized, "Wow, incredible! East Sea City actually has a bone dragon." Fingji looked at their dropped jaws and asked, "Have you guys forgotten what Lord White Knight's mount is?" Fingya looked at their slack-jawed expressions and asked, "Did you guys seriously forget what kind of mount Bai Ye has?" Huaduong, unable to hold back, hurriedly asked when. "When will we get mounts as powerful as this?" Right after that, Mokbok hopped down from the bone dragon's back. "Not bad. The level is even faster than an ambush." Fujap spoke up, "And we also have to thank Bakda." "Brother, you've already sold us the equipment." She tossed a money bag toward him. "Brother Bakda, please forgive me. I'm only just now able to pay you the remaining balance." Mokbok replied politely, "It's nothing. You guys feel free to explore Donghai City. I'll be heading off first." Suddenly, he paused when he heard Fujap call out, "Brother Bakda, wait!" She held out a scroll and said, "This I think you might be interested in." Deep down, Fujiap thought to herself, "An SSS rank talent is truly not to be underestimated. A money tree can actually produce such a good item." Inside the scroll was a fate parchment guide, an epic grade item. After using it, you would have a chance to flip a lucky coin. Seeing this, Mokbok curled his lips with interest. From the perspective of a gambler, what's the difference between this and a 100% prize rate? He bluntly asked, "How much are you selling it for?" But Fugiap just shook her head and refused to sell. She pointed at Mokbok and suggested, "Brother Bakda, I don't have any other intentions. I just want to use this opportunity to achieve a deeper cooperation with you." He was also ready to bargain. "Speak, what kind of deeper cooperation?" While they were discussing, Huan Do stepped out from the teleportation gate. "You guys actually chose to come to Donghai City first?" He urged them. "Let's go." He thought to himself. It seems during this time, the groups of players with S-rank talents will likely pour into Donghai City one after another. That pair of dogs, are they also about to arrive, right? As they stepped out of the teleportation gate, someone marveled, "This is Donghai City. This old man has finally gotten out of the novice village." Fujap curiously asked, "Brother Bakda, what's wrong with you?" Mokbok summoned the elite skeletal warriors to surround the area. He ordered, "Obey my command! Surround the teleportation plaza! Don't let a single person out!" Huadong exclaimed in shock, These skeletons? Are these elites all summoned by Lord Bakda?" Fujap cautioned, "Don't act rashly, Brother Bakda. He must have his own reasons, so let's just wait and see for now." The guys over there angrily questioned, "Bakda, what are you trying to do? By what right are you surrounding us? Let us go, hurry up." "My total stats dropped by 20%, Mokbok demanded of them. "Everyone, don't be tense. I need everyone to cooperate with me on one thing. You want to leave? You can only leave this exit one by one." The guys argued back, "Who do you think you are? This is a main city. What are you pretending for?" Just as they tried to move against him, a flash of sword light swiped past. The others were stunned. When did he strike? I don't know. I didn't even see it. This is too terrifying. Maybe my lifespan won't last another few years. Mokbok asked coldly. Does anyone else have any opinions? At the Donghai City Teleportation Plaza, he sat on the back of the bone dragon and loudly announced, if no one has any objections. The line of people waiting grew longer and longer before the teleportation gate. He declared, then let's begin. If no one has a problem, you may leave this place. A voice transmission came through asking what was going on. The new arrivals were Trio Hook and Nu Yen. One guy grumpily scolded, Are you blind? Don't you see there's a big boss looking for someone? The two were stunned. It really is him! To Mokbok is Bokta. I was also sharp enough to recognize that voice. It sounded familiar. They finally appeared. Trio Hook buttered up, Nu Yen, the fact that we can keep enjoying the Vangyoi game is all thanks to you, she said haughtily. This young lady only needs to make a move to easily get whatever I want. Nu Yen started acting, her eyes glistening with tears as she called out, Mokbok! Seeing him land, she hurriedly ran to greet him. Mokbok's face darkened. He ordered, Disperse! Everyone, disperse! The crowd around them grew rowdy. Hurry and disperse! If you get affected later, even 25 years of your lifespan will be gone. Whoever wants to watch the spectacle can watch. I didn't say anything, but do you think he can kill me? If you want to watch, go ahead, but I'm afraid watching the spectacle will become noisy. I want to watch too, but I'm a little scared, Nu Yen complained the moment she met him. Mokbok, I've had such a hard time finding you, he replied calmly. What a coincidence, I am too. Huck stepped forward and buttered up. President, To, you don't know this, but Miss Lu nearly turned the entire novice village upside down to find you. He responded flatly. Oh, is that so? He smiled stiffly. It's me. How would I dare to lie to you? He looked at this appearance and secretly despised Trio Hook. That day when you tore off my oxygen mask, weren't you very arrogant? Mokbok pointed at him. Brothers, show him what you've got, Trio Hook asked in panic. President Tu, what do you mean by this? He growled. What do I mean? I'm just giving you a well-deserved reward for the loyalty you showed me. Beat him to death for me! Nu Yen was stunned. Mokbok, what are you doing? Seeing the others rush in to beat him, she was secretly terrified. To Mokbok, is he intending to beat Trio Hook to death? Trio Hook was beaten until his face was covered in dirt and blood, pleading, President To, it was all. Do you think it's funny to mock the feeling of death? The killing intent radiating off Mokbok is intense. Do you want to experience a little of it yourself? A flash of sword light sliced through his body, blood gushing out instantly. A notification popped up. Your friend Trio Hook has been killed by Bokta. Nu Yen couldn't believe it. Trio Hook? He actually killed him? He shifted his gaze toward... You're next, Nu Yen. Didn't you always want to find me? Well, here I am. Why are you backing away? Nu Yen panicked, stuttering. I'm not. She was absolutely terrified. Deep down, she was shaking. Just how much did he know? Did he know everything? No way. Fujep spoke up, Brother Bokta. You should go, the city guards are coming. Someone walked over to him and cautioned, Lord Bokta, that was quite a commotion you caused. I gave a cold order. I'm fine here. Get back to your own duties. I'll be in touch with you later, Fujap. She nodded. Understood. If you need anything, just contact me. We'll be going now. Mokbok turned to the newcomer, feeling slightly apologetic. Sorry about that. I've caused some trouble for you all. The man replied respectfully. You are an honored guest of the city lord. The noise just now was a bit much, and I honestly didn't know how to explain it. He assured them. Don't worry. I've already found the person I was looking for. It'll be done very soon. Mokbok raised his hand, setting up a formation. Then, he grabbed her by the collar. Nu Yen, we aren't done yet. Come with me to the resurrection hall. The man sighed, watching him hop onto a bone dragon and fly away. Let's go. It seems this young CEO is planning to keep causing trouble at the resurrection hall. He ordered his subordinates to head to the resurrection hall. It's a commercial district. Just keep the peace. Don't worry about anything else. They replied in unison. Understood. At the Donghai City Resurrection Hall, Trio Hook successfully respawned. He lost 5 years of lifespan. Gritting his teeth in pain, he cursed, Damn that bastard, to Mokbok! Nu Yen was begging Mokbok, Please, let me explain. He calmed her down. Don't be in such a hurry, you'll have plenty of time to talk later. Seeing Mokbok arrive, Trio Hook hurried over to greet him. CEO To, Mokbok asked. Trio Hook, how was that taste of death just now? He was speechless. Nguyen grabbed onto his leg, sobbing, Mokbok, he forced me into this. You're the only one in my heart. You have to believe me. Have you forgotten about our 5 years together? I promise, I swear, it was all... Mokbok cut her off with disgust. That's right, our 5 years. I'm returning every bit of it back to you right now, you poisonous snake of a woman. Die! Nguyen's eyes welled up with tears as she begged. Please save me. Don't kill me. Seeing Nguyen die again, Trio Huck was frantic, like an ant on a hot pan. It's over. I fell to his knees, pleading, CEO 2, I was wrong. I was truly wrong. Please spare me, Mokbok replied indifferently. Is that so? He stepped on the man's face, crushing it into the ground. Trio Hook struggled to speak. I want... Mokbok knew that after dying, if they didn't manually resurrect, they would be trapped for 30 minutes. What goes around comes around for this pathetic pair. Half an hour later, Nguyen received a notification. I want Mubai to know that after dying, if he doesn't revive manually, he can only last for 30 minutes. These two scumbags deserve what's coming to them. Half an hour later, Yuyan received a notification. Resurrection successful. You have lost 15 years of lifespan. She tried to beg him again. Mokbok, please spare my life, will you? If you kill me again, I'll truly die. Mokbok remembered the old grudge. Nguyen, when you pulled my oxygen tube, did it look just like this? He kicked her flying. Killing you would only dirty my hands, you cold-hearted woman. Get lost. After venting his anger, Mokbok let out a long breath. He savored the feeling. Finally, his revenge was complete. Now, it was time to enjoy this world. Someone approached him and asked, Lord Bokda, are you finished? He replied, that pathetic pair has received their fair share of punishment. Sorry to have troubled you all. They knew when to leave. In that case, we'll take our leave. See you next time. Bokda had a new plan. First, he needed to shop and get some gold to upgrade his gear. Let's go. He walked through the teleportation gate. Looking at his shopping list, Mokbok felt a bit frustrated. Looting 10 city lords took all day, and trading it all was still taking too much time. Just then, he got a message. Brother Bokda, I have something to discuss with you. Mokbok was delighted. He was looking for a pillow just as he was getting sleepy. He headed to a luxury restaurant. Sitting at the table, Mokbok asked, So, what did you want to talk to me about? Fujiap replied, Brother Bokda, I want to be straightforward with you. Mokbok signaled her to go ahead. She explained, You know my talent. Even though my combat power isn't great, when it comes to making money, no one can beat me. That's why I want to start a guild to collaborate with you. With your strength and my resources, rising to power in the divine Forbidden Temple is only a matter of time. Mokbok flatly refused. I'm not looking to collaborate. But she persisted. But you need an agent. Mokbok threw a pile of crystals onto the table. Fujiap's jaw dropped in shock. You actually... He replied, My talent requires resources to upgrade items to the next tier. She looked at him in disbelief. There's actually a talent like that? He added, If we trade, I'll give you 1% of the profits. And you handle all the operational side of things. Fujiap was conflicted. Brother Bokda, I agree to that. But I need 10 million gold coins. I want to change classes. Mokbok was stunned by the massive amount. 10 million? Are you kidding me? Fujiap blushed and said, I'll sign a soul contract with you if you help me change my class. I'll only keep 5% of all profits. You looked surprised, wondering what she meant. Information displayed. Character name, Giao De Thien Ha. Innate talent, God of Wealth. Specialized S rank. Innate talent effect, Path of the God of Wealth. When your assets exceed 10 million gold coins, you will be promoted to the unique hidden class, God of Wealth. You secretly realized, so that's how it is. If I only rely on myself, shaking the money tree once a day, when on Earth would I reach 10 million? Bokda asked her, Are you serious? She insisted she had never been more serious. You replied, Then it's a deal. The two of them shook hands, collaborating happily. I look forward to your guidance, boss. A notification sound pinged. Contract signed successfully. Notification display. Note, Bokda and Giao De Thien Ha have signed a soul contract. From this moment on, Giao De Thien Ha, will have full authority over all business matters between the two parties. 95% of Giao de Thienha's future assets will belong to Bakda. Anyone who violates the contract will have their soul erased. You handed her the money. Here is the 10 million. Transfer it first. Fujiap nodded in agreement. Okay. A notification reminded you have received 100,000 gold. A burst of energy erupted around Fujiap. A notification updated. Congratulations, you have successfully changed your class. Bakda curiously asked if she had learned any new skills. She replied, just 2. The first one is Golden Shield. It's a passive skill, no level. For every gold coin in your inventory, you receive 1 point of shield, capped at 10 million. After 10 minutes of not being attacked, the shield refreshes. The next skill is God of Wealth's Primordial Treasure, a specialized class for Giao de Thienha, a non-droppable, non-tradable accessory. Level 10, scales with the character. All attributes plus 50, health plus 20, mana plus 20. Special effect, level 2 low, not activated. This is the God of Wealth's gold bar. You can use it to learn God of Wealth class skills, but the price isn't cheap, you thought to yourself. It seems like a class-specific item, definitely similar to the death scripture. You stared blankly at the glittering golden money tree, but she said happily, my money tree grows so fast. The branches were shaking slightly, and red coins fell down. Fujiap was shocked. Those are actually soul coins, 680 in total. Besides that, there is also a high-level soul fate stone. She handed you a purple crystal block. Boss Bok, show off your talent and level up a bit. You took it and began your advancement. Notification display. Soul Fate Crystal. A rare and special treasure. Absorbing it will extend your lifespan by 100 years. Note. Even if you keep the Soul Fate Crystal in your backpack or storage, you will lose 1/10 of it when you die, with a minimum of 15. Fujiap's eyes lit up. Oh my god, boss, 100 years. A new regional notification exploded. Players entering cities across the entire region have exceeded 1.0. The 10,000 Worlds game has officially launched. In 3 days, all beginner villages will be closed, and the remaining players will be teleported to their respective cities. Regional notification. Earth. Level rankings, equipment rankings, and wealth rankings for the Earth region have officially opened. Earth level ranking, 1. Bakda, level 20, Shenlong Empire. 2. Shikthanfong, level 11, Shenlong Empire. 3. Philips, level 11, Cathedral Empire. 4. Perrin, level 11, Northern Empire. 5. Indra, level 11, White Elephant Kingdom. 6. Tsukuyomi, level 11, Thien Koi Kingdom. 7. Ares, level 11, Illuminati Federation. 8. Taidong Haonge, level 11, Korea. 9. Thienha, level 10, Shenlong Empire. 10. Venus, level 10, Illuminati Federation. You thought to yourself, the beginner protection period is about to end. The rankings have appeared. Bakda handed her a black card. Don't worry, the 10,000 Worlds game has only just begun. She took the card. Fujiap realized this was a VIP card for the Donghai auction house. You confirmed? That's right. I have another piece of real estate that I will also hand over to you to manage. Fujiap then asked, all right, boss, where do you want to go? You replied, you go to the auction to experience it. As for me, I'm going to turn in a quest. Scene changed to Ngan Shuyan Waterfall, Hong Fong. Bakda went to find someone. Senior Huaigian, I'm here to turn in the quest. He teased. Whoa, this kid came back really fast. Huaijian excitedly showed off his work. Look, what do you think of this painting I made? Bakda didn't even blink, praising him profusely. I'm not just blowing smoke, but your painting, senior, is simply divine. It's practically flawless. This is definitely the greatest masterpiece of all time. Huaijian praised you. Not bad. Last time the death scripture wasn't opened, so I didn't discover it. You are actually the Lord of Death. So is the quest complete? Bakda happily pulled out a pile of gold. This is 10,000 ancient gold coins. Huaijian didn't forget to remind you, in the future, if you have good stuff, don't forget about me, you promised. Rest assured. I will absolutely not forget you, senior. His fingertips emitted a flow of spiritual power. As that spiritual power surrounded Bakda's body, a notification displayed, you have completed the hidden quest, collecting ancient gold coins too. You received a temporary skill. Sword Key Shadow Chase. Sword Key Shadow Chase, a temporary skill that doesn't occupy a skill slot. It can only be used once. Activating it will condense an avatar of Huaigian's Sword Key. This avatar possesses a sliver of Huaigian's power and can unleash legendary-level combat power, lasting for 60 seconds. The Sword Key avatar has terrifying destructive power. Don't use it in the city, or you'll be considered a disaster and thrown into jail. You thought to yourself, sheesh, legendary-level combat power? How strong is this Huaigian guy anyway? Bakda took out a letter. Senior, I have one more request. After reading it, it was clear. You want to cross national borders? You confirmed. That's right. Huaijian then condensed a teleportation gate. If that's the case, I can send you off. You asked anxiously, Senior, are you saying you're just going to leave like that? He replied nonchalantly, otherwise what else? People in the distance saw the teleportation gate in the sky and shouted, Look, there's a strange phenomenon in the sky. Could it be someone trying to cross national borders? Fujiap could guess. It seems our boss is up to something again. Hawa Duong, are you surprised? How could Boss Bakda pull that off? This is absolutely earth-shattering. Leave at once. Don't ask questions you shouldn't be asking. Just focus on your own work. Scene change to the Tianqi Kingdom. Following Huaigen, you walk along a path filled with sunshine and flowers. Mokbok marvels at the surroundings. The scenery in Tianqi Kingdom isn't bad at all. He asks in confusion, what's with the shock? A series of notifications appear. Regional notification, Earth Sector. Congratulations to Bakda. A player from the Divine Dragon Empire has become the first player in the Earth Sector to cross national borders. This announcement is intended to inform all players of this achievement, and to encourage others to follow suit to receive generous rewards. Congratulations on becoming the first player in the Earth Sector to cross borders. Your title, Unparalleled Excellence, has been upgraded. Note, because the national war has not yet begun, you are considered an invader by the Tianqi Kingdom. All factions and players within the country will hunt you down. Note, before the national war begins, each time an incarnate player is defeated, there is a random chance that their experience points or mana points will be reduced by 1%. Mokbok frowns. Why am I treated as an invader the moment I arrive? Looks like the Tianqi Kingdom isn't very welcoming. Huaigan has already dashed off. Go ahead and play by yourself then. I have work to do, so I'm leaving first. You are left speechless. He just takes off like that? Mokbok calmly moves forward. Can't enter the city as an intruder? Then I'll just wander around as I please. A massive shadow falls over him. Mokbok, da, encountering the beast Yin Yu. Its level and HP are hidden behind question marks. You blurt out in a panic, oh crap, what on earth is this? It's huge and it can fly too. It attacks Mokbok, creating a shockwave that throws him backward. He quickly steadies himself on the ground while summoning the Icebone Dragon. Get out here, you beast! The dragon appears in all its majestic glory. The beast shoots 2 powerful blasts of energy from its mouth. The dragon, not to be outdone, opens its jaws and releases a torrent of mana. A massive explosion erupts in midair as the 2 powers collide. The beast extends its claws, preparing to strike. Mokbok calmly commands, Dragon, charge! The dragon flies up to confront the beast. The creature lunges with sharp claws imbued with power. The dragon immediately activates Death Leap, creating an ice shield. You breathe a sigh of relief. Good thing I upgraded Death Leap. The maximum distance can reach 1,600 minutes. The 2-headed beast looks warily at this formidable opponent. Mokbok gathers his power. Let me give you a little surprise. From the summoning portals, countless monsters appear. The beast is stunned. You chuckle coldly. Heh, this time I'm going to beat you to death. Afterward, Mokbok mounts the dragon and they zoom away. Let's go. We're done playing with that thing. You land in a pear forest in the southern suburbs of the city. A few guys are whispering to each other. That Bakda! Where did he end up? Find him for me. I must fight him to the death. If this intruder dares to show his face, we have to teach him a lesson. We have to show him just how formidable our Tianqi Kingdom is. True that, Mokbok scoffs at them. A bunch of losers, bragging without shame. First, let you get acquainted with my little brothers. 2 monsters appear in the air. They are stunned. These are elite bosses from these outskirts. Why are there so many elite bosses? One skeleton raises its sword heroically. The blade swings down, slicing one guy in half. The other two retreat in horror. It's a skeleton warrior! Run for your lives, it's a monster! Everyone is in an uproar searching for Mokbok. No one can take him away from me, I will kill Bokda. The bounty on Bokda will be mine. Where is Bokda? What does he look like? Is Bokda a man or a woman? The elder approaches and asks. You tell them what happened. The opponent reports, I don't know if that was Bokda. I only saw 3 massive bone warriors. Someone mentioned that Bokda attacked me. Others speculate, bone warriors? Could it be the divine dragon kingdom? Is it skeletons? Then it must be a monster. How terrifying! The elder speaks up. Being able to take a life with one strike, plus he has an S-level talent. That proves he is truly powerful. Let's do this. Go tell the nearby players that Bokda is here and tell them to return quickly. We will all meet him together. The man obeys. Understood. He thinks to himself, rushing in blindly will definitely not work. If everyone strikes together at the end, I'll be the one to deal the killing blow. That will be enough. Meanwhile, Mokbok is relaxing on top of a high tree branch, looking down at the crowd that just arrived. Finally, you're here. If it wasn't for the fact that my stats didn't allow me into the city, would I have had to wait this long? A leader shouts, Bokda, don't be a coward. If you've got guts, come out and fight us one-on-one. This guy is immediately struck down, causing the others to panic. What happened? Did anyone see how he attacked? The notification displays. You have killed an incarnate. 1% of experience has been deducted. Mokbok scoffs coldly. Let me play with you guys. He summons his skeleton soldiers. I'll leave you all with 1 drop of blood. Brothers, play with them. Let them experience the despair of having only a single drop of health left. Seeing Mokbok's squad is too powerful, they get worried. Everyone look! The skeleton warriors are coming again! The first vanguard initiates the attack. It's Bokda. All together now! Kill him! The skeleton warrior swings its sword, smashing the wood. A blast of power hits. A shrill scream rings out, Help me! But when he comes to his senses, the guy is surprised. Huh? I'm not dead yet? The others realize, it looks like those skeleton warriors aren't that tough after all. This guy decided to be reckless, so we charged in to take him out. But the moment he swung his sword, he hit a snag. What's going on? Why can't I slash him? Mobai said dismissively. A bunch of losers just batting at the air. They're at each other's throats again. When is the real battle going to start so I can actually fight? Just as they were about to regain their focus, someone shouted, Look, the city guards are here. It's the city guards. The city guards are here to save us. The city guard unit came charging in on horseback. Stop right there, intruder, Mobai asked with curiosity. Are the city guards really that strong? Let me test it out. The first cavalryman urged his horse toward the skeleton knight. Boys, move in! The sharp blade of the city guard came crashing down, slicing right through the skeleton warrior. Mobai was stunned and blurted out, Whoa, they're actually that good? To think they could take down one of my skeleton minions. I suppose I shouldn't underestimate them. After all, they're primeval powerhouses in the world game, not some mere low-level mobs. It's only been 4 days since I got here, but I can already easily challenge the city guards. He pointed his sword toward them, challenging them. Where did you lot come from, intruder? You tilted your body, dodging the tip of the blade. Not good, I've been spotted. Mobai cast Death's Gaze, a barrier orb that blocked the strike and sent the guy flying backward. Oh my god! 1 hit and he lost 400 HP, the guys on the sidelines shouted. Looks like he really doesn't intend to kill us. I only have 300 HP. This one blow could probably kill me and bring me back to life 20 times. Mobai scoffed. Seems that's all you've got. But this place is too dangerous. I'm done playing with you guys. Bye-bye. With that, he vanished through a teleportation portal. The city guards were stunned, seeing no trace of him left. Hey, where did the intruder go? When he teleported to a new location, he was surprised to see the scene below. Huh? What's going on here? Why are there bodies everywhere? A shadow fell over him. He looked up and sighed. I'm done for this time. It was that same 2-headed beast, flying right toward him. Mobai realized he was in their crosshairs. I was shocked. How is this thing here? Did it kill all these people? Just as it was about to attack, Mobai leaped away. Dodge! He jumped into the nearby lake, splashing water everywhere. The giant vulture demon beast was roaring in the gloomy sky. Others were riding in on eagles, shouting, It's a black-feathered vulture demon. Everyone, be on guard! He hid behind a tree. You guys showed up just in time. Good thing you're drawing the aggro. A massive shockwave erupted from above. A soldier called out in fear. Captain! Captain! We need to call for reinforcements! The guy asked, annoyed. Wasn't the black-feathered vulture demon supposed to be completely suppressed? Who broke the seal? Mobai, realizing the chaos, thought to himself, if they want trouble, I might as well stir the pot and steal some treasure while I'm at it. Ha! Perfect chance to see if this upgrade skill works on monsters, too. A soldier reported in a panic upon seeing him emerge from behind the tree. Captain, it's that intruder. What is he trying to do? He stretched his powerful hand toward the target. Black-feathered vulture demon. Upgrade. A brilliant golden surge of energy erupted from the vulture, shooting high into the air. Mobai watched as its body became covered in hardened scales. The soldiers were dumbfounded. It leveled up. What is happening? It actually evolved into a legendary boss-tier monster. The captain was shocked. This, he ordered. What is going on? Could that intruder have done this? Hurry, call for backup. A soldier asked anxiously. Captain, isn't it too late to call for backup now? The killing intent radiating from the vulture made the atmosphere heavy and oppressive. It stood as a massive, towering entity in front of them. The captain immediately ordered, Scatter! We're no match for it at its current strength. The bird flapped its wings and shot into the sky while the captain headed for the ground. He screamed his orders, Draw it away! Call for reinforcements! Mobai laughed triumphantly. Heh! That should be enough to keep you lot in chaos. The captain was furious as he saw Mobai vanish into a teleportation portal. White Knight. Intruder. Just who are you? Scene changed to Stone Peak Mountain in the Heavens Revelation Kingdom. You have arrived. The treasure map points exactly to this spot. Mobai glanced at the barren rocky terrain. I didn't see any elite monsters guarding the treasure chest. The moment he stepped forward, a notification appeared. Dark gold tier treasure chest discovered, unlocked. Mobai was surprised by his own luck. It's that casual? A dark gold chest and it's actually unlocked? This joy came way too suddenly. A treasure chest was indeed right at his feet. Mobai sat down, ready to open it. Party favors, here I come. The notification popped up. Target, dark gold treasure chest. Mobai decided to upgrade it. As the chest rose with golden energy, the notification changed. Dark gold tier treasure chest discovered. Status, locked. Requires 36 space crystals to unlock. The guy thought, You've got to be kidding me, you don't even have 36 space crystals? He cursed in frustration. Beautiful, I just opened one for free, why is this one locked? What the hell is a space crystal? He sent a message to Wealth of the World. Help me ask the auction house manager what a space crystal is. If they're for sale, help me buy 36 of them first. Mobai picked up the unopened chest and left the area before speaking further. Fucha responded instantly. Good afternoon, boss. Did you get the space crystals sorted out? She reported back. Yes, boss. According to the manager, space crystals are high-end, multi-purpose materials. They're usually used to power teleportation systems. They enable instant travel between cities, open high-level treasure chests, upgrade space tents, and set up advanced magical arrays. I managed to buy 36 of them. Sending them over now. Mobai received the notification. Transaction successful. 36 space crystals. He confirmed, got them, thanks. Right, keep an eye on the auctions. If you find anything unique, let me know. Try to buy any materials related to the ice or death elements that you come across. Fucha replied, Understood, boss. He then proceeded to unlock the treasure chest. A notification appeared. Consuming 36 space crystals to open the chest. You have received an epic grade item, Ring of Fortune. The Ring of Fortune brings you good luck? He wondered if it was a hidden attribute. Suddenly, a public announcement from the Tianqi Kingdom flashed. Sichuan City has been destroyed by the legendary level boss, Black Dragon. From now on, teleportation fees are reduced. All surviving players, please evacuate to other cities on your own. Good luck, everyone. The announcement continued. After investigation, the Tianqi Kingdom has confirmed this incident is linked to the intruder, Bai Ye. The bounty on Bai Ye has been increased by 100%. Mobai was surprised. Is that thing really that strong? Cut to Tingtian City, Tianqi Kingdom. The area was packed with people. A notification echoed, How are we supposed to level up in this state? Bai Ye is blocking the path and killing everyone. Even with just a sliver of health left, you could get one shot by a passing monster and sent back to town at any moment. Is no one going to stop him? He can make the boss attack the city. Have you forgotten how Sichuan City was leveled? If we can't complete the missions, doesn't that mean we'll never have a chance to surpass him? He rode his giant dragon toward a smoking volcanic peak. This place should be safe enough. A notification appeared. You have discovered the Valley of Black Feathers. He flipped open his book. Finally, enough soul points. I can open the Death Codex one more time. A notification appeared. Quest triggered, brink of death. Quest description. To truly step onto the path of the Death Overlord, you must first bring yourself as close to death as possible. Control your vitality from full down to just a single drop. And from the moment your health hits that single drop, the process must not exceed 5 seconds. If you go over this time limit, you have to start all over again, Mubai said happily. Who would have thought that having just one drop of blood left would have this kind of benefit? He landed directly. For me, this quest is way too simple. A series of new notifications erupted. Life resonance triggered. Advanced quest completed. Mubai braced himself. Here it comes. Rapid notifications followed. Power fusion complete. Congratulations, player Baye. You have officially ascended to a Tier 2 professional, unlocking partial power of the Death Overlord. The god will alter your existing class rewards. You have learned a new skill, Life Resonance. Your old skill, Life Link, has been updated. You have learned a new skill, Summon Death God. This replaces your old skill, Amplify Summon. You have received a privilege, Skill Conversion. This allows you to convert one specific skill into a Death Overlord class skill. The original skill will be overwritten. Congratulations, you are the first player in the Blue Planet region to clear the qualifiers and reach level 2. Rewards. Main attributes plus 100. Skill points plus 50. Intermediate. He said smugly. This feeling. Is this the power of the Death Overlord? Incredible. Mubai tapped his screen to level up. A new notification. Your S-rank skill, Life Resonance, has been successfully upgraded to an SS rank skill, Covenant of Death. Covenant of Death. SS rank, passive, no level. All summoned creatures and creatures under your contract will form a death covenant with you. Skill effect 1. All damage will be transferred and distributed equally among the covenant creatures. As long as any covenant creature is alive, no attack can damage your main body. 2. You can drain the health points of any covenant creature at any time to recover an equivalent amount for other targets. Your SS rank skill, Summon Death God, has been successfully upgraded to an S-rank skill, Death's Decree. He whispered to himself, this skill is basically using clones. I need to make good use of this. The skill informations appeared. Death's Decree, S-rank, passive, no level. Skill effect 1. All summoning skills are instant and have no cooldown. 2. All attributes of summoned creatures are increased by 100%. 3. Regular summoning space limit increased by 30%. 4. Commander summoning space limit increased by 10%. 5. All summoned creatures will be revived once with full health upon death. Issue a decree and command your undead army. The giant dragon also began to change. Its eyes flashed with the cold light. The frostbone dragon began to flap its wings and take off. Mubai looked up and realized, the frostbone dragon leveled up too? A notification appeared. Reminder, your mount, the frostbone dragon, has surpassed level 30 and officially entered its infancy stage. The dragon called out, Master! Mubai said joyfully, this is getting interesting. He and the dragon left the place. Let's go. Time to deal with those chickens. Now that I have the second effect of the Death Codex, the Tianqi Kingdom will officially become the stage for my undead legion. As they reached a castle on a floating island in the sea, he guessed, looks like those guys have already run away. These Tianqi people seem to be plotting something. Mubai asked the dragon, want to cause some destruction? Go down there and play with them. The guys down there are whispering to each other. Everyone, while it's dark, let's take this time to grind for levels before Baye shows up. If he does, we'll have no choice but to head back to the city. Others spoke up in frustration. Baye, just how strong is he exactly? Why haven't we caught him yet? There's a rumor that Baye is a demon who can summon an army of thousands of undead. Is that for real? We're going to grind levels right now. We're definitely going to catch Baye. The frost dragon revealed itself. icy breath pouring from its maw. The guys below looked up. "Everyone, look! What is that?" The dragon unleashed its power, and the whole crowd scattered in panic. "Run, it's Baya! Baya's here!" Meanwhile, Mubai teleported back to Black Feather Valley. He called out, "Little Mountain City." A teleportation portal appeared in his palm. "Let the stage be set for the official debut of my Scourge Legion." The skeleton warriors appeared, burning with intensity. He ordered the Frost Dragon, "You go play on your own." Mubai followed behind the skeleton warriors, muttering, "This monster is way too small. Not suitable for leveling up." A monster blocked their path, its eyes glowing as it stared at its prey. Mubai glanced around, puzzled. Is this a beginner map? It's all low-level mobs. When he saw the skeleton warriors slash at the monster and its health bar drop significantly, he realized, wait, what do you mean this is a beginner mob? Its HP and attack damage weren't low at all. A light coalesced in Mubai's palm. Time to open your eyes to the real deal. He summoned the Headless Knight. The knight rode in, majestic and imposing. "Who has summoned me?" Mubai cut him off. "Enough with the chatter, take it down for me." The Headless Knight didn't hesitate, charging forward and slashing with a strike filled with lethal force, a fatal decapitation. The monster's head flew straight toward Mubai, startling him. Is the Headless Knight always this savage? A flurry of notifications popped up. You have obtained a level 11 beginner skill book. You have obtained bronze-grade equipment, Wolf Fang Dagger. Other knights are being upgraded. I was surprised to see their new appearance. The skeleton soldiers have evolved into skeleton kings. The monster info displayed. Skeleton King Archer. No aura. Level 30. Attributes 15,379. HP 236,900. Attack 97,600. Physical defense 13.0. Skill. Rapid fire level 9. Fatal sniper level 9. A powerful skeleton king with triple the attributes of an elite archer. Skeleton King Mage. Level 30. Skill. Fireball level 9. Fire Sea Technique level 9. A mighty king with triple the attributes of an elite mage. Skeleton King Warrior. No aura. Level 30. Skill. Heavy Strike level 9. Charge and Rampage level 9. A powerful skeleton king with triple the attributes of an elite warrior. He cheered. This time I can finally establish my own Legion of Skeletons. It seems that after the death summoning skill was upgraded to S rank, the summoned units got buffed along with it. Each squad is equipped with 1 melee and 2 ranged units. Mubai laughed wickedly. I'm going to wipe this whole land clean. I excitedly led the charge, slaughtering every mob so no one else would have anything left to kill. Notification after notification exploded. Defeated level 5 boss, Black Wind Wolf Leader. Received 50% bonus, EXP 550,000. Defeated level 58. Boss, Shadow Panther Leader. Received 150% bonus, EXP 580,000. Defeated level 55 boss, Black Wind Wolf Leader. Received 150% bonus, EXP 550,000. Defeated level 55. Boss, Black Wind Wolf Leader. Received 150% bonus, EXP 550,000. Congratulations, player by Ye, you have leveled up to 31. Attributes 1 point, skill points 1, free attribute points 25. He asked the skeleton warrior, how is it, any discoveries? Hearing the report, Mubai was surprised. A teleportation portal? Have I discovered a hidden dungeon instance? A new notification appeared. New hidden dungeon instance detected. Please select the dungeon difficulty. 10,000 Poison Snake Pit, level 60. Highest difficulty, Hell Mode. He wasn't surprised. As expected, a hidden dungeon. Let's go for normal difficulty first. Since the level gap is a bit large, I'll test the waters. A light flashed from ahead. He stepped through the portal into the 10,000 Poison Snake Pit. Normal mode. Beside Mubai stood the Headless Knight. He commanded, lead your subordinates and start clearing the mobs. In his heart, he whispered, a tiny normal dungeon like this. I'll finish this in one go. The scene shifted to inside the city. An angry voice roared, what did you say? He dares to target Little Mountain City? Let's go. Order my men to hold him off with everything they've got. I will personally go and capture this intruder. He told himself he absolutely had to capture this Baye. Only then can I receive the reward from the royal capital and have hope of rising even higher. Before he disappeared, a sycophantic subordinate said, Lord Magic General, you are truly formidable. Outside, the level 30 Frost Dragon was causing chaos in the area. Other squads were surrounding the dragon. Daring to come here and court death? Baye, you're truly seeking your own end. Do you really think the city guards are pushovers? They aimed their crossbows at the dragon, focusing their firepower on it. When the flames erupted, they cheered, "My A-rank talent, Final Burst, finally has a chance to shine." I'm going to live stream the entire scene of Baye being captured at the Heavenly Revelation Kingdom. Watching the live stream of the whole process of Baye being captured, people were commenting, "Catch Baye! For the Heavenly Revelation Kingdom. Baye, you've gone too far, kill him." "Where is it? I want to go there too." "Show them the power of the Thien Kai Kingdom. Charge! Long live the Thien Kai Kingdom." Back at Mokbok's side, he receives a notification. "Your mount is under attack." He looks surprised. "Huh? You actually dare to hurt my mount?" Mokbok taps his screen. "Good, I was just about finished cleaning up around here anyway." Yellow energy flares around his fingers. "Time to show you guys a taste of your own medicine." At the giant dragon's location, it releases a massive sonic wave. Joan steps out, fully decked in sturdy armor, raising his spear high. "Bakta! Get out here! I'm counting to 3, or you'd better start prepping a coffin for this icebone dragon." He grinds his teeth, counting out loud. 1! Suddenly, a teleportation portal rips open in the sky. Warriors pour out. They've officially joined the fray. And they brought venomous snakes along with them. The guys down below panic. "What is that? Why are there poison snake monsters too?" A soldier looks up, worried. Mokbok grins. "I've got a gift for you all, and some extra little monsters for the players to play with." The dragon lets out a deafening roar that reaches June. The headless knight is summoned, charging in with a thundering gallop. "Death charge!" the captain yells to his men. "Don't be afraid, brothers. They're just level 30-something skeletons. Charge and kill them." Mokbok smirks. "This is a gift I've carefully prepared for you." Monster info pops up. Death Grade Executioner. Notification. 500 death energy points consumed to empower target, Skeleton King Warrior. Primary attributes increased by 100%. Warning. You have been affected by the cursed crown. 10, 9, 8. Initially, the captain was arrogant. "They're just level 30-something. No matter how big they are, how can they stop my full power? I'm level 60. As soon as the words left his mouth, his HP bar dropped by 90,000. A blinding strike slashed down, rewinding time to a few seconds before the headless knight stood before the captain. The captain's eyes widened in tension. In his pupils, the reflection of incoming arrows appeared. "The next attack is a fatal strike. It drains over 450,000 HP. The captain stands there, stunned and stammering. "What?" He doesn't retreat. Instead, he charges frantically. "Die! Die!" That sword strike lands on the headless knight's leg, dealing a measly 461 damage. The contrast is extreme. The others look on, shocked. "Save us! What is happening?" The city guard leader is only doing 3-digit damage? Is this skeleton really that strong? Oh no, if they're all this strong. Then just how powerful is Bakda? "Run!" Mokbok nonchalantly reveals. "The death contract allows my contracted creatures and summons to share damage. My defense was already monstrous. Plus, having over 20 undead spirits sharing the damage. Even the strongest opponent would be powerless." The captain just gapes, screaming as a giant hand, swirled with energy like a tornado, covers the sky. June immediately commands, "Activate the city defense formation. All defensive weapons. Fire at will. Do not let these undead breach the city." Mokbok sneers. "Let's see how long you can hold out." The soldiers run away frantically, crying for reinforcements from the capital. Scene shift to the Thien Kai Kingdom's secret council chamber. High-level officials have gathered. The leader of the hidden guild, Thik Ru Tong, speaks up. "Just what exactly do you want?" Huaijian lifts his glass, asking nonchalantly, "What do I want?" He slams his glass onto the table. "That's not for you to worry about." A surge of power rains down. "Where do you think you're going?" Countless beams of light surround Huaijian. Those present wonder, where did this mysterious big shot come from? What is he trying to do? A flash report arrives. "Guild leader, the Lord of Tucson City, Matru. Madarun is requesting reinforcements. Bakda is attacking Tucson City." Huaijian smiles. "Well done, kid. That's quite the ruckus. You haven't disappointed me." Judong is panic-stricken. Who on earth did they provoke? To settle this, he orders, "You, lead the reinforcements. Huaijian blocks their path. With me here, you aren't going anywhere. You cannot leave. A formation drops down with blinding light. He declares, "You'll all stay here and play with this old man for a while. Come, let's see how you handle my sword technique." Back at Mokbok's side, he decides it's time for the next step. That's enough playing. Time to get down to business. The Death Temple has another mission. Destroy the epic grade boss. This must be the place. He lands on the ground. Let's see what level boss we're dealing with. A massive python lunges at Mokbok, and he jumps back. That's a big one. Mokbok summons the Bone Warriors. "Go, my minions!" Attacks rain down on the python's head. Mokbok looks up. "Let's see if you can hold out against my skeleton army." The Bone Warriors launch a full-scale assault on the python. Mokbok orders them to use magic. "That snake skin is pretty tough. Then add some magic attacks and turn that snake into snake soup." 2 waves of magic blast toward the python. Impact points flare as the magic hits home. Watching the python weaken and collapse, Mokbok scoffs, "No matter how tough you are, you can't stand against my undead army." A series of notifications appear. Defeated level 60 epic boss, blue-scaled python leader. Received 50% bonus XP. Total experience 1,200,000. Congratulations, player Bakda. Leveled up to 42. Gained 1 stat point. 25 free attribute points. Congratulations on achieving the first clear of the Thiankai Kingdom's 10,000 Poison Snake Lair dungeon. Received 10 random Tier 3 attribute stones and 10 gold coins. A system notification announced a nationwide broadcast coming from the Heaven's Revelation Kingdom. He let out a sigh of relief. Killing bosses really does provide massive experience. Straight to a major level up, so satisfying. Mubai led the Bone Warriors deep into the cave. "Let's keep going!" At that moment, the central notification displayed a warning. Heaven's Revelation Kingdom. Intruder alert, Baye. Player Baye has successfully achieved the first clear of the 10,000 Poison Serpent Cave dungeon. We encourage all Heaven's Revelation players to strive to catch up. Those who received the news were stunned. No way, wasn't he just sieging the small mountain city? How is he already off farming bosses? Baye, is that the intruder? Did we really let an intruder steal the first clear achievement again? Whispers spread like wildfire. What exactly did he do? Didn't he just hit level 30-something a moment ago? My god, is this a god descending among us? That can't be right. The Myriad Worlds game must be glitching. He left everyone so far behind that the others looked like a joke. Over at the Dragon God Empire, people were intently staring at the new update on the notification board. Blue Planet level ranking, rank 1, Baye. Level 42, Dragon God Empire. Rank 2, Chicheng, level 14, Dragon God Empire. Rank 3, Felix, level 14, Sanctuary Empire. They wondered if this great god Baye was eating fertilizer. How could his level jump so fast? This guy must be abusing a bug. Is the Heaven's Revelation Kingdom that easy to level up in? I want to go there and try, too. Our Dragon God Empire is being left in the dust. Meanwhile, Huaigan stood firm, busy with his mission to block the path. Back at the Heaven's Revelation Royal Capital, Ruzong angrily questioned, "Who exactly are you, and what are you doing in my royal capital?" He spun around to look at me, saying, "I'm here for this." Then, Huaigan dashed away. He was just looking to grab some items. Ruzong immediately ordered his subordinates, "Quick, chase him. See what he's actually after." In a secret room, several men stood before a few empty chests. "What? You say this is the royal capital's treasury?" The guide confirmed, "That's right. The treasury has been looted. Not a single thread remains." A series of new notifications appeared, making Ruzong turn pale. Heaven's Revelation announcement. The royal capital has been breached by a mysterious intruder. All Heaven's Revelation players have been demoted by 1 level. Heaven's Revelation announcement. The royal capital's treasury has been stolen until it is recovered. All experience gained from killing monsters for Heaven's Revelation players is reduced by 50%. They panicked and cried out, "We're doomed, we're totally doomed. Who on earth caused this?" On Mubai's side, he was leaving the cave. After gathering so many legendary tier items and soul stones from the cave, the haul this time was bountiful. It's time to head back. The Death Bible notification popped up, having detected clues regarding a profession gear set. He was surprised. What is this about? The Death Bible started acting up. Looking at the book in front of him, Mubai was stunned. What What is this place? The Sanctuary Empire? I think I've heard of it. It seems to be a power on the same level as the Dragon God Palace. The Sanctuary Empire isn't easy to mess with. Looks like I'll need to plan for the long term. I'll head back first. Cut to the inside of East Sea City. As he stepped out of the teleportation gate, finally back. Just as he returned, his friends came to greet him. Boss, congratulations on returning with your pockets full. Now the entire Dragon God Empire knows you wiped out the Heaven's Revelation Kingdom. He was quite surprised. Didn't expect the rumors to spread that fast. Fuka suddenly remembered. Oh right, boss. The Chamber of Commerce can be established now. Have you thought of a name? He decided, let's call it Myriad Worlds. They all agreed. Myriad Worlds, that's a great name. Fujia was full of confidence. All right, there will come a day when our business spans across all worlds. The notification displayed a prompt. Player Fuka Tianxia invites you to join the Myriad Worlds Chamber of Commerce. Do you accept? Everyone present was in favor of this. They received a similar prompt. You have been invited to join the Myriad Worlds Chamber of Commerce. Mubai, of course, confirmed. He already had tasks for them. Now that the chamber was established, let's go to the auction house and clear out the goods first. On the central notification board, the wealth ranking for the Blue Planet region updated, rank 1, Bai Ye, 3,650,000,000 soul coins. Rank 2, Fuka Tianxia, 1,921,000,000 soul coins. Rank 3, Himit, 2,186,500,000 gold coins. Rank 46, poor to the point of only having 10,000 gold coins. All the viewers were shocked. A new update appeared. Server-wide announcement. The Myriad Worlds Chamber of Commerce is recruiting players of all production professions. After signing the contract, the chamber will provide you with all necessary materials. At the same time, a basic salary of 20 gold coins per month will be issued, plus a 5% commission. They excitedly told each other, God, they provide all the materials and give us 20 gold coins every month. A basic salary and 5% commission? There's a deal this good? Oh my God, this is amazing. Does such a good thing really exist in this world? Myriad Worlds Chamber of Commerce. This name sounds so cool just hearing it. I have to go try. Everyone was eager, dragging their friends along. Let's go, let's go. We don't need to buy our own materials, and we get a salary and commission? This is too good. Let's go. Many people rushed to the registration point. Fuchia stayed calm. Don't rush, one by one. Mubai stood by, observing the crowd. Once we recruit enough talent, we can expand into the auction houses of other main cities. In 1 month, the Myriad Worlds Chamber of Commerce will spread throughout the entire Dragon God Empire. Cut to Gisho, who was ordering his subordinates to immediately investigate information on Bai Ye. I was very interested in him. This Bai Ye must die by my blade. Information about him appeared. Divine Skill, Heaven's Gift, Specialization Rank SS. Skill Effect 1. The duration of all your invisibility skills is increased by 200%, and the cooldown time is reduced by 80%. Invisibility effects cannot be detected by Rank S detection skills. 2. While invisible, you ignore unit volume collision, and movement speed is increased by 100%. After breaking stealth, your first attack ignores all of the target's defense and deals 300% damage. Scene change. Inside the City Lord's mansion in East Sea City, a voice asks, You want to go to the Empire Cathedral? Mubai confirms, That's right. Because there's something I need there, Situ replies. That place is even more dangerous than the Dragon Empire. It's a much higher level existence. Mubai asks uneasily, So I can't go? He replies, It's not that you can't go. It's just that you have to take the Dragon Academy's entrance exam and complete their advanced training before you can get there. Mubai agrees. Fine, can I take the exam now? Situ pulls out his mage staff. If that's the case, let me give you a hand. He opens a portal. Get through this exam first. As for the path ahead, I'm afraid you'll have to walk that on your own.